Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, wherever you are in the world. This is Brunch Boxing. I'm your host, Matt, and I'm here with the host of Brunch Boxing, the master of the walker talk, the master of the sit and spit, the John Madden of boxing, the reason that we're 20 minutes late,
No, see, that's a
EzRaw
damn lie.
boxing. What's going on, Ezra?
You know what? You knew that I was going to put the blame on you as soon as you gave me the thing. So you knew to jump ahead of me. You give me credit for that because I was about to put all the blame on you. Now, my family's having a yard sale. Anyone that's ever had a yard sale, it's not an East Coast thing. People in the East Coast don't know about this. Just like they don't know about fair ones, right? A 1v1, a fair one. But like I said, this is having a yard sale. It's a very hectic thing, but let me tell you, it's a huge success. We got people lining up down the block for it. This is very exciting. Money is being made. This is good stuff.
I'm happy for you that your yard sale took precedent. First of all, did you just know today that you were doing a yard sale?
We've had it. Well, my wife's had it planned for a week. I
Okay,
think
so why couldn't you get everything you needed to get done?
So you cannot put a yard sale sign up until the yard sale is ready. If I put a yard sale sign up and then people come in the front yard,
So what time did your yard sale start?
It's supposed to start at 8:00. So I had to get everything ready before then.
So your yard sale started at the same time as Brunch Boxing.
No, but I'm not. See, that's the thing. I just had to get the pre work done. I'm not there in the yard sale. I'm not the one haggling the deals out right now.
So let me ask you a question.
Yep.
Is your wife able-bodied?
She is.
So she couldn't put the yard sale sign up herself.
See, you don't know anything about yard sales. That's the problem with you. You have no idea what a yard sale takes. You right now. Can you even imagine what a yard sale is? Like, just explain to me what you think a yard sale is.
A yard sale is you have a table, or you just put all your shit in your front yard or your garage. I guess that would be a garage sale, and people come and they buy your shit.
It's surprisingly accurate. Surprisingly pretty damn accurate. I'm not gonna lie, you nailed it.
But Ezra, tell him it's all about the placement of the sign.
It's a placement. That's what I'm saying. It's the intricacies of it. You know what I mean?
And your wife wasn't smart enough to get that done.
What happened?
So you're saying that your wife is not smart enough to be able to?
She got it done, but I had to put the signs up so she could take her time and think about where placing everything. A person decides on a yard sale within the first 5 seconds they see it. That's everyone knows that in the yard sale business.
All right. Well, I'm curious. What kind of stuff are you guys selling off?
I'm curious.
Oh man, let me say top ticket items. You know, we got a lot of baby clothes. We got dressers I don't want anymore. We got a freezer. Just a freezer you can put in your garage.
Wait. Is this the freezer that fell on your foot?
No, that fridge. No, that fridge is not for sale. That fridge.
I gotta tell you, that freezer I would buy just because I know it hurt you.
It did a lot of damage, but no, that's not the same thing.
What else you got? Freezer, dresser, baby clothes.
We got dresser, baby clothes, some women clothes.
What's the most expensive item in the yard sale?
It has to be the freezer. It has to be the freezer. That's a top ticket item. And let me tell you something, people are asking about it. It's got a lot.
How much are you asking for it?
$60.
Oh, it should be gone already. If it's a good freezer, it should be gone.
That is a steal.
Where are you going to keep your hunting meat at, though?
I have 2 refrigerators right now.
Okay.
You think Ezra hunts?
Well, I mean, he probably has some goat somebody kills from and he puts it.
Yeah.
I'd be an excellent hunter gatherer.
Ezra hunts at the supermarket.
Ezra, do you get your meat at the carniceria or the supermarket?
Carniceria, come on. I go
But you don't have a family that they'll kill an animal and then.
Bro, what are you talking about? All my family lives in LA. If we killed an animal, we ran over a dog or a cat on the road. What are you talking about?
Goodness, these guys, you're paying full price out here. Jesus.
I told you, bro. Ezra is not no fucking hunter.
There's nothing to hunt over here. I live in LA.
Mike, I could have told you that Ezra wasn't doing no fucking hunting.
You can go to Utah to hunt or Oregon.
Yeah, but I have to travel.
Come on, man. Imagine
Ezra
even bring
hunting. That meat back.
Well, cheese, like you said, I get deer every once in a while, but I still, when my cousin, he kills a goat or something like that, I go get my share.
Your cousin kills a goat. Does he have a farm?
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. You live in a place with a farm, Mike.
Ezra, you live 3 hours away from the places with farms.
But still, I got family that comes from the city that comes and gets their meat and then takes off back,
Yeah, no, we ain't got that going on here. Okay, we just buy whatever the carniceria has.
Oh, this guy's full price right here. That's the last. That's when I didn't defrost it.
Mike, he buys the pre-marinated stuff too.
Yep. Give me that. Give me that orange garnisada. Give me the orange chicken, and give me those short ribs.
Oh, you're literally buying it an hour before. You didn't get it the day before. Get it all prepped up.
No. It's already marinated. Why would I get it prepped up? This is the thing. This is like what you guys are saying is like, oh, dude, look at a map. It's like my phone already does all that. So I'm not going to marinate something that's already marinated. They already did that.
You got to buy the unmarinated product, EzRaw, and do it yourself.
No, why would I do that?
Okay, well, maybe you don't know how to marinate.
I can marinate. Oh, you bet your ass I can marinate. I just choose not to.
Seems like you don't.
I just got it pissing me off already.
Oh man, do you have any sports memorabilia on sale at this?
Nope, because the only sports memorabilia I have is my signed Bernard Hopkins glove. Let me show you. That's the only one I have, and that's not for sale. That's priceless.
You don't have your own gloves?
I was gonna say, do you have your gloves that you wore?
No, I remember I told you this. The event made us. I used the gloves first, and then when I was done, they took the gloves off and gave it to the next guy. I already told you how that went.
What about the trunks? You know, people auction off their fight-worn trunks.
No, fight-worn trunks are not auctioned off. They are full of blood. Not my own, by the way. Not my own, by the way.
It's not what I hear, but okay.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah? You've been chatting? Huh? You've been chatting with the enemy?
Yeah, I heard you were menstruating that day.
He has been calling himself the GOAT lately.
Oh, that was a good one.
I did find another item that maybe possibly could do some numbers.
What is that?
This is a hat bought at Disneyland.
Yo,
Captain EzRaw.
This guy looks like a jackass.
I don't understand how it fits still. I got to be honest with you because I've had this since I was a kid.
Hey, I got to tell you, it doesn't fit, EzRaw.
Oh, really? Oh, all right.
No, it doesn't fit.
I don't know, man.
Just because it's sitting on top of your head like a bird's nest does not mean it fits.
That's a hot ticket item right there.
No, by the way, that prelims that I was talking about was a Frank Warren Queensberry card, Owen Cooper versus Constantine Ursu.
I did not even know they had that on there.
You're way too in the weeds. I got
way too in the weeds. I told you guys.
You're way too in the weeds, dude.
I mean, the fact that you put your name on it is crazy. And the hat.
On the hat?
Yeah.
What was I gonna do? Bro, that hat is actually, this ain't too bad looking.
You gonna wear that the whole show?
Mm-hmm.
How old is that?
Bro, it's it has to be 31 years old.
Oh yeah, you can get some money on that on eBay probably. Then there's some Disney freak that want that.
This is legit.
And the voice you're hearing is the COO of Brunch Boxing, as Matt calls him, the Mexican Al Heyman. Our guy Mike. Mike, you haven't joined us in a while. How you doing?
I'm doing good. Fucking Ezra's always bringing something to the show that just, man, has me shaking my head at times.
All right, Matt. Should we get into the show?
I mean, if you guys want, I was kind of more interested in the garage sale, but I guess people want to talk boxing, so let's talk boxing.
All right. So first up, I think the biggest piece of news we had for the week: Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao are set to meet in a rematch. It's in September at the Sphere. It will be airing on Netflix, not pay-per-view. Matt, this is your guy. You drafted him 2 years in a row. We thought you were going to draft him 3, but you missed out. One, do you have any regret not drafting him? And 2, what are your thoughts on this fight?
I don't have any regret not drafting him because this fight might not go the way he thinks it's going to go.
Hell no.
Matt just likes to piss people off, man.
Hey, he think Manny is food. According to Manny Pacquiao, this is from Pacquiao. This is not from me. Pacquiao says, Floyd wanted an exhibition. I wanted a real fight. Now, I don't know if he's just saying that just to sell the fight on. Yo, please take that fucking hat off.
What the hell? Why?
Jesus Christ, I can't concentrate.
Huey wears a hat every episode. So does Mike.
Take off that silly ass hat. Jesus Christ. Bro, But I'm curious to see how this fight goes. Obviously, Floyd has more than enough time to train. It's not till September. He's back in the gym already. He looks good. I gotta say, his body does not look great. You could see he's like really soft around the pectoral area. So he's gonna have some work to do. But I think he could do it, and I think we're gonna get a huge event on September 19th.
I mean, like I said, I like this is like a call to pro fight. It is what it is. It's an exhibition fight because it doesn't mean anything for boxing. I mean, that's the truth of it. It would have been insane. I tell you, it would have been pretty crazy if Pacquiao would have beat Barrios and they would have went into this for a world title. That would have been pretty crazy. But the thing is, that I know what Pacquiao is. Like we just seen him recently, so we know what he has left. He's not completely like washed. He's not. He can still get in there and move around, right? He's got cardio issues. His legs are not what they used to be, of course, but he can still move around. We do not know what Floyd is. We do not know what Floyd is. The one thing I'm going to say now, and I just want to make it clear because I think like there's going to be some, people that say things. If Floyd loses, this doesn't mean anything for his legacy. It means something for his brand, but it doesn't mean anything for his legacy.
Oh,
Him
you're
losing
bugging.
here,
You're
it doesn't
bugging.
it doesn't hurt him at all. Okay, he's 50 years old. It doesn't mean anything. This is Roy Jones losing to Hopkins in the rematch. Okay, it doesn't mean anything. But like I said, it's gonna do numbers. People are gonna watch this fight. And if Floyd, like I said, depending on how much money he wants to make here, and if he does beat Pacquiao, there's a lot of money to be made here. Like there are fights that could be made that would just like makes an astronomical amount of money. So it's interesting going forward of that. Like I said, of course we're gonna watch. I'm curious, but I know what Pacquiao has left. I don't know what Floyd has left.
Uh, I feel like we know what Floyd has left.
How?
Because he's not fighting, bro.
What does that mean? That would be the opposite of what the point that you're trying to make.
Nah, listen, he's not fighting for a reason. If he had something left, he would have kept fighting. He's only coming back because he
Oh,
is.
I get you.
Yeah. He's only coming back because allegedly, I want to say allegedly, he's short on cash.
Yeah, I mean, I think the signs are there, right? I think the
No,
signs are
no,
there.
no. Because I don't want to speculate. I don't want to get sued.
All right, that's fine. I'm just saying, if I were to speculate, right? Not speculate, but if I were to if I had to put money on it, it doesn't seem like it seems like you would need cash if you're gonna come back to boxing and risk your undefeated record, which is your whole brand.
Okay. All right. So you think he broke?
I just think that things get tight. I think
Now,
that
obviously, he's not like a regular person broke.
no, he's not a regular person broke.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm gonna tell you right now. He's about to be not like a regular person rich pretty soon too, because he's gonna get a bunch of money for this fight. And he'll probably get a bunch of
Astronomical
money for
amount
his
of
next
money.
fight. Oh, come on. He's gonna get a lot of money for this fight. Come on. Let me tell you something. Mike, what do you think of this fight? Are you excited, Mike? I feel like you're excited.
I always like to be entertained. I feel like
You
I'll
know,
be entertained that week. I feel like a lot of people will be out there to watch it. Sounds like it's going to be a good time. Yeah, I'm got no knock on it.
Mike, when I picture you when you watch like a fight or something like that, like I picture like when they do like a movie and there's like a king and he's on his throne, and then they bring in two guys, it's just like two stragglers, and he's just like fight, and he throws like a piece of meat, and those guys just start fighting. That's what I picture like your entertainment is. Like when you watch these things, you really don't care who's fighting. You just care if it has buzz to it. Like you care if it's like something that's just curiosity. I realize that now. Is that accurate? Would you say, Mike?
No, because I do want the fight to be entertaining.
No, I know, but what I'm saying is, do you really care how high level it is, or do you care about buzz more?
No, I don't care how high level it is. To be
That's what I'm saying.
honest,
Yeah,
I don't care if it's a good, even matched fight. That's going to lead to somewhere. Watch it. But it doesn't have to be high level. Like I don't need see Secure fight the number one guy every single time, like you guys do.
I love it, Mike. I love it. Huey, what do you think of this?
I think it's a good way for them to both make some money that they probably could both use for whatever. I'm not saying they have financial troubles, but for whatever ventures they're trying to do. I mean, Manny's kind of financial track history has been documented throughout news and everything like that and speculated. I don't know if he's going through them again. I'm going to watch the fight. I don't know that I'm necessarily looking forward to it. It wasn't a fight I was asking for. But if Floyd was going to come back, I think we always knew it was going to be against Manny.
I have a question. In let's say NFL, right? let's say you think Pacquiao, because Pacquiao was close to winning a world title. Let's say Floyd could go back and win a world title. What would be the equivalent in the NFL right now of a guy that's retired and older that could come back and still you think win be a contender, win a Super Bowl?
Andrew Luck.
Andrew Luck, really?
Nah, I think Aaron Donald.
Oh, that's a good one.
Aaron
Donald's
Donald's a
really
good one too.
Okay,
He
how
hasn't,
about
To me,
he
Aaron
hasn't been
Donald
away
is
from the game
considered
long enough for me to make that same type of comparison though.
because I
that's
think
fair?
Aaron Donald is considered an all-time great at his position. Andrew Luck is not.
But Aaron Donald coming back, wouldn't that be just like almost like if no, like Spence coming back almost in a way, or like Crawford coming back? Like it's not that far away from retirement, like Huey was saying.
Huh. Okay.
So, like my pick is Tom Brady. Like I think the 49ers should have called Tom Brady in that NFC Championship or NFC divisional game. Or no, my bad. What am I talking about? I think
Yeah, what are you talking about?
The
The Denver
Broncos should have called
Broncos,
the
Ezra, the
Broncos
Denver
should have called Tom
Broncos.
Brady. Yeah, I think the Broncos should have called Tom Brady. I still think Tom Brady could compete at a high level. I would bet on it.
So you wanted them to call an owner of the Raiders to help the
Yes.
rivalry win a
Yes.
game.
I'm gonna
Yes.
tell you one thing though. This might look more like the Colts calling Philip Rivers.
Yeah, it could. It could, Huey. It could. That's what I'm saying. We don't know what it is. How about the NBA, Matt? Who could come back to the NBA and still do some things?
Right now,
Yeah,
Carmelo Anthony.
I was thinking him. I was thinking Carmelo Anthony. Okay, I was thinking Carmelo Anthony. You guys got one? You guys got anyone for the NBA?
Melo's a good answer. I
really
couldn't
like
think of
Carmelo
anyone I
Anthony.
like that answer though.
Okay, all right. We go to the next thing.
All right. So next up, DAZN owner Len Blavatnik appears in the Epstein files that were released by the United States Justice Department. Matt, we'll start with you on this one again. Do you think the boxing public cares about these findings?
I don't think so. I don't think so. You know,
I
a
don't-
lot of people
I personally
claim,
haven't seen any reporting.
yeah, a lot of people claim that they care about this Epstein stuff, but I think they care about it as long as it don't affect something that they like or somebody that they like. You know, and I've noticed that even with the political divide. Oh, well, Bill Clinton is new Epstein. Okay, then lock his ass up. But
Mm-hmm.
Donald Trump knew Epstein. Hey, don't talk about Donald Trump.
Yeah.
It's like as long as our guy uh uh isn't like in trouble or we turn a blind eye to it. And I think you're seeing the same with Len Blavatnik because he's putting a lot of money in a lot of people's pockets through the zone. No one's going to talk about it. You think people that work for him is going to talk about it? No. You think reporters that work for the website is going to talk about it? No. You think promoters are going to talk about it? No. Like no one cares about these things when it's their guy.
I think there's truth to that. I think there's truth to that. People sway their opinions depending on who it's towards. And you notice that look, in boxing, it's like you can notice that pretty obviously. Like the things that it's funny. Like when people were making the rumor, like or whether it's true rumor or whatever, the PBC wanted to make their own belt. People were outraged, pissed, and all that. Zuffa makes their own belt. People are like, heck yeah, we're gonna have one champion every division. Everyone switches just depending on what side they feel like that they like and don't like. There very rarely are people consistent. That's the same scenario here. We have a bunch of names on this list, and people don't bring it up. I also think that people want like the names that, like Clinton, Trump. They want that. I think like the ones that the people are, like the owner doesn't. People really don't give a damn about that part. It doesn't do enough to like attention grabbing, but that is, definitely something that should be reported on. Definitely something we should talk about. It's one of the biggest scandals in this country's history, the world's history of what's going on here. So yeah, it's definitely something that should be talked about, but people won't care because they just choose not to. It's like whatever side they're looking at, whatever side of the lens they're looking at.
Yeah, nobody gives a shit, Now, I know my guy RJ Wolf, he's been on this thing for a while now. He's been reporting about it, but it just seems like it just dies on the vine, No, nobody gives a shit. I'm actually curious if any of the listeners care, you know.
Now,
Uh, I
Matt,
I never see people talking about it. I see my guy Talkers talking about it, but he's yelling into a void also, you know. Where's the big media companies talking about this? I thought we cared about the Epstein files. We don't care about the Epstein files no more.
Doesn't appear so. People don't care about it. It's because it doesn't benefit them anymore. It's people that make a bunch of money that pay for big things that people are just looking the other way, I guess.
I'm gonna be honest. I think people are shocked by the names that appear in the Epstein files. There was people who maybe they liked, so they're like, you know what? Let's just forget about it. This is not going the way I thought it was gonna go. Basically,
The Epstein files didn't go the way you think it's going to go.
yeah,
Who would have thought?
yeah,
Who would have thought?
yeah. That shit crazy. All right, what else we got, Huey?
All right. So next up, we have Alexander Usyk set to defend his WBC heavyweight championship against kickboxing champion Rico Verhoeven in Egypt. And God, it was annoying me how much EzRaw and you guys were all mispronouncing that name yesterday.
Von Hooven.
Wait, well, how do you pronounce his name?
Verhoeven.
What was
I'm
I
still not
saying?
gonna get it.
You were putting an N in the middle of it yesterday in the space.
Von
man.
Hooven?
Yeah.
Verhoeven.
I do
Okay.
think Von Hooven is better. It sounds like he's about to kill some vampires.
EzRaw, defend your boy.
Why? First of all, I don't get why he's my boy. How come every time bad news happens to someone, it's my boy? I'm
It's
curious.
your boy.
I don't get that. Yeah,
your
Usyk has
boy.
done a lot in the sport. He's done a lot he's a Hall of Famer, no doubt about it. To me, like I said, all time's a long time. I get that. There's probably names that I'm not aware of that have better resumes than him, done more in their era. But he's one of the best heavyweights I've seen. Is that fair to say, Matt? Is that fair to say? And with my own two eyeballs, he's one of the best heavyweights I've seen.
I mean, if you've only seen like a handful of heavyweights, yeah.
all right. But this is trash. And one thing what I said was when he wasn't going to fight Wardley, and it was obviously wasn't going to fight Pacquiao. I said he's an exhibition fighter, and this is all this is. This is an exhibition. I don't care what they're saying it's a pro fight. I don't care they're saying that the belt's for line, which is ridiculous. We'll get to that, Matt. But let's just stick on Usyk right now. This is a terrible move. To me, this is a joke. There was one thing was like people said like, well, aren't you mad at Joshua for fighting Jake Paul? Joshua wasn't holding anything up. It seemed like Joshua was just kind of showing up for something that when he had fights lined up and then the disaster happened. I think if the car wreck doesn't happen, I think we would be seeing Joshua in the ring pretty soon. I don't think it holds up anything. But Usyk is the heavyweight champ of the world. He's the man, right? There was a point where boxing, the heavyweight champ was the most dangerous man on the planet. He was the man. And he is fighting a kickboxer for his belt. He dropped belts to not fight real contenders, to fight a kickboxer who isn't good at boxing. Like Verhoeven or Van Hooven or whatever Hooven you want to give him. You know what I mean? But he is, if you watch his fights, a lot of his game is mostly centered around his kicks. Like, that's the thing. He's not a great puncher. It's not like, oh, this guy, he's killing people with his hands and then he's coming over here. So it's not even like a Conor McGregor situation. It's not even that because you're taking away this guy's, like, number one asset. That's why I said if we're going to do something ridiculous like this, might as well let him kick, honestly. You want to get me curious about this fight? Let him kick. And put the WC belt still on the line. If you want to go, let's really go for it. And then let's let Mauricio pull some guideline out of his ass that says, actually, we can let a guy kick and win a title.
Why are we talking about Mauricio?
Because it's the WBC belt.
The WBC belt is on the line, Matt. The WBC belt is on the line. And you know what? Matt won't say it, but I'll say it. Since this whole Zuffa thing has happened, Mauricio has done the best job at making everything the sanctioning bodies look illegitimate. He's done his best job at making this look like a complete circus. You would think that when you're saying, hey, everybody's got a spotlight on us right now, maybe we don't pull any bullshit. But you know what they're pulling a lot of? Bullshit. That's what they're pulling a lot of. Usyk, this is trash. You're an exhibition fighter. I don't need you on a pound-for-pound list. I don't need you on rankings for heavyweights. Let's talk about a real heavyweight division. And the WBC, this is trash. I don't care about the green belt. I don't care about any of that. These belts are meaningless. That's what I think, Matt.
Okay.
Listen, EzRaw doesn't really understand entertainment and what's going on up there. The Egyptians are going to remember this like they remember the pyramids getting built.
Hey, Mike.
To say, EzRaw.
Mike, what the fuck are you talking about, Mike?
Let him go. Let him cook, Matt. You
EzRaw.
when I interrupt Mike.
EzRaw, did this fight happen no matter what, with or without the WBC?
I think so.
Okay, then. So why are we even gonna put it on them for
because
some
they
again?
should have had
You're
some
right.
self-awareness and respect for themselves to say, I don't want to take part of it.
Oh my goodness. Like I say, this event might go up there with the pyramids, Ezra. Why wouldn't you want to be part of something like that?
Matt, you agree?
It should be laid to rest like the pharaohs in the pyramids.
There you go.
You agree, Matt?
Hey,
You
if
agree?
Hey,
anything, I heard on Twitter that you're kind of responsible for this.
Am I?
Yeah.
Hold
How
on,
so?
Matt. Mike, explain that. How is Ezra
Yeah, how am I
responsible for this
responsible
fight?
for this? Oh,
His
oh,
dumbass pyramid scheme that
oh,
he
that's
had up in there. Fucking, and Turkey's looking
Oh
at
my God.
Ezra. Turkey looks at all the guys that don't really know what they're talking about
Can I
and
say?
gets their ideas.
Can I tell you something?
Go
Sometimes
ahead.
art imitates life. I gotta tell you. And you know what? The pyramid here did have Usyk at the top of it. That is the I can't. There are correlations there. I can't look past that. 100%. Matt, what do you think of this fight? You go. You tell me what's going on here.
it's trash.
Okay.
It's a trash fight. Usyk, you're off the pound for pound. I'm done. Okay. Here's the thing, right? It's not even an interesting guy.
It's not.
Nope. No.
Like, I could see if he was fighting something like fake. If he was fighting Eddie Hall, I would be okay with it. All right. If he was fighting some if he was fighting Asho Speed, I'll be okay with it. If you're gonna do these exhibitions, go all in, bro. Go all in. Go fight fucking the great Khali or some shit. I don't know, man. This is just
Why are you guys thinking this is something that we never seen before? Like,
because it's not about that. It's about for me, if you're gonna join the circus, do it in a big way. Let's make it a big event.
fair.
Let's do Floyd Mayweather versus Logan Paul. Let's do Tank Davis versus Jake Paul or Anthony Johnson versus Jake Paul. Ooh, fucking Usyk versus Van Wilder. Who is this guy?
The Alex Pereira fight would have been much better if they would have been able to do that, and that's not a good
Yeah,
fight. But at
yeah.
least there's the chance that he lands a left hook.
I mean, no, there's no chance. But at least people know who he is, supposedly.
Yeah, this is like I said. There was one thing where the news came out where Conor Ben's a co-main event and all this stuff, and I just said like you trying to make sense of what Turkey's doing. It's not going to make any sense. There's no reason to overthink it. None of it makes sense. There's no logic to it. So that's what I'm saying. This is one of those fights where it's like clear that there's no logic to it. There's no fanfare for it. There's no one calling for this fight. There's no reason to make sense that it's in Egypt. There's no reason to make sense it's by the pyramids. It just none of it makes sense. It's just bad booking. That's just the truth of it. That's what these promoters are. They're bookers. And this is bad booking. It doesn't make any sense. You're just doing it. And that is the issue. Can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, my bad. I received a call. But yeah, so it's just nonsense. You don't need to make sense of it. There's nothing. It's all garbage.
Yeah, and Matt, I agree. I don't think there's a chance. But here's the thing: when people hear, like you said, there's no interest. When people would have heard the name, they could have Googled it. They would have seen highlights that make them interested in what could potentially happen. They would make themselves believe it. The casual fan would. They look up Rico Verhoeven. He has 66 fights and 20 stoppages. No, again, that's stoppages, not knockouts. They have 3 knockdown rules in kickboxing. So
He gonna get his ass
you're
whipped.
not you can't people aren't even gonna get excited when they Google the guy.
Yeah, the one guy that will be excited for this fight is Joe Rogan. That's the one guy. He's the one guy because he's the one guy that watches kickboxing like that.
I
He's
don't
the
think
one
he
guy.
would be excited.
Oh,
Mike Coppinger too. Yeah, apparently Mike Coppinger too.
Yeah. Oh, Mike Coppinger. Oh, yeah, Mike Coppinger. Man, I couldn't believe it. And you know what? And it was funny because it wasn't even enough. Coppinger wasn't even enough excited about it for Turkey's liking. Turkey had to go and quote tweet and be like, "Hey, this guy's not even saying what I'm telling him to say correctly." This guy, Coppinger wasn't even excited enough for Turkey's liking. This is nonsense. There's no plan.
This dude has 21 knockouts in 76 fights.
And again, you're being very generous.
Yeah, it's not knockouts.
Add TKO, safe stoppages because there's a lot of TKOs in there.
Now, question though, right? We do have a heavyweight division that I think is pretty healthy. We got a heavyweight division that's pretty good. There needs to be the man in the heavyweight division. Now Usyk's gone. Let's take him out of there. who's in the running to be the man of the heavyweight division right now?
Well, I think we can, from question from the listener, I think we can put this in there as well. So, not who they said, who does Usyk fight after the circus show? And I think this kind of leads into, so this is who we would want him to fight after this, ideally.
Yes, but here's the thing, though, and just so people don't keep disappointing themselves, he is never going to fight young heavyweights again. Okay, he's not going to fight the young guns of the division. So I would kind of eliminate him right now until he shows otherwise from being in the talks of like legitimate heavyweight fighting.
If you're eliminating the guys like Fabio, Wardley, all that stuff, then I want Wilder to beat Chisora, and let's see that fight.
That's fine, right? And like I said, if Wilder beats Chisora, that makes that fight more interesting to me, for sure. I don't like it straight out of it, but if he beats Chisora, then all right, the power's still there. This guy can still do some stuff. He still can place a shot. But let's talk about the heavyweight division, right? You do have Wilder Chisora, okay? And let's say Chisora says he's going to retire after that fight. So let's say Wilder wins, okay? He can stay in the conversation. You got Wardley versus Dubois. Hell of a fight. If whoever wins that puts himself in a good spot. But you got to remember that Dubois has only lost to Usyk like in the last 8 fights. You have who am I saying? Torres versus Sanchez. Now Torres taking a step up to fight Sanchez. That's a good fight. That's a really good fight. That would show if Frank Sanchez still has the stuff left to take to be a top thing, or that shows that Torres takes the next leap and enters to like one of the top names in the heavyweight division. You got Atama, and he's fighting Franklin pretty soon.
No, we're not jacking Atama. Get the fuck out of here. You're not throwing that in here. He had a chance to fight Frank Sanchez. He didn't want to take on that challenge. He doesn't get to have his name included after Richard Torres. Sorry, boys. Sorry.
Ezra, how much did that piss you off when you interrupted
you have
right
no
there?
idea. Oh, you have no idea how much that pisses me off. Oh, that pisses me off. Oh, man. Because, you know what?
Be mad at him. Be mad at him.
All right, let's just keep going. Let's keep going. I don't want this show to get off the damn rails already. But let's say, who else we got, guys? We're talking any other heavyweights right now. Pacquiao, of course. Pacquiao, right? Yeah. Pacquiao is probably, to me, right now, the most dangerous heavyweight in boxing right now. I think that there's a chance that he's the best heavyweight in boxing right now. He was in that conversation. I wanted to see him fight Usyk. I wanted to see that proved. So Pacquiao is a hell of a name at heavyweight right now.
Wardley and Caballero are the names that are being said in the chat.
Are we eliminating Joe Parker, Joe Boxer?
He tested positive for something. He needs to fight that first.
Okay. Yeah, I still though the heavyweight division is pretty good, and there's young guys coming up. There's still young guys coming up. There's interesting guys like a Coley still in there. Like I love this division. It's a shame that Usyk doesn't want to defend the crown with pride, with honor. It's a shame in that some of these guys, like I said, when they get. It's hard to tell who these guys are until they're in the position of power. You don't know who they are until they're in a position of power. We see who Usyk is now. He revealed himself.
Ezra, you can Blunts. You're crazy in the comments. Matt, do you have any other thoughts on this fight before we move on to the next disappointment that we heard this week?
Yeah, it stinks. That's my thoughts. It stinks.
All right. So moving on from one disappointing announcement to the next, and Ezra alluded to it in his rant there. Conor Benn is going to fight Regis Prograis on the Tyson Fury versus Arslanbek Makhmudov card. Ezra, you made reference of it in your previous comments on the Usyk fight. What are your thoughts on this fight?
Everyone for a week was trying to make logic of this Conor Benn move. They were trying to say, "Oh, Zuffa's doing this, some master strategy," and it wasn't. It was just Turkey overpaying for a guy, trying to get this event to be bigger than it is, but not making the fights people actually want to see and not spending the money wisely. We talked about what he could have done with $15 million, and I told you, Matt, Benavidez would have made more impact. Now, you had a theory, and I think a lot of people had this theory that it was going to get them some kind of network deal in the UK. Apparently, you're going to get that deal without this Conor Benn fight because he's not even fighting on that. He's not even the debut on that card. Like I said, it's just trying to make sense of things that have no sense, and that's just what it is. That's another one of those moves. Now, there is a curious thing. It's like if it is truly a one-fight deal and he got $15 million, why is Eddie Hearn crying over it? I think there's more implications there than people realize, right? I mean, if you see the lawsuit from Frank Warren, you see De La Hoya on the other side of it, there's implications there, right? That Eddie Hearn is feeling other than just Conor Benn. I think that move means a lot more. But as far as Conor Benn being something that Zuffa's putting all their money behind, this is not the people that run Zuffa as far as the league. This is not people that run Zuffa as far as that. They're not a part of this. This is just Turkey spending money that's coming out of his pocket, saying, "Hey, I want this guy on this card. That's going to be one of the 4 big events of the Zuffa." You got to pay attention. These 4 big events are not really a part of the thing. They're something separate, and they're just something that they had to agree to. And then why wouldn't they? They're getting paid a management fee for it. It doesn't make no sense not to. But it's not really a part of the whole structure of the Zuffa.
Okay. First of all, it sucks.
Yep.
What are your
Yeah.
thoughts on how the card is shaping up? We know you think the fight's terrible.
It sucks. This is a 1-fight card for me. I don't know what to tell you.
Is it even a 1-fight card for you?
Oh, come on, listen. When you got the meat.
Yeah, there's a lot of meat on it.
Yeah. Come on now. And I spoke to Makhmudov a couple weeks ago. Oh, he about to put Tyson Fury's lights out. He's ready to send Tyson Fury back into retirement.
Are we picking that fight? Are we picking that fight now, or are you going to wait for that to get closer and make it official?
No, I'm telling you who he's picking. I didn't say who I'm picking.
Okay.
What he said. I didn't say what I'm saying.
We know this fight. No, we know we're not looking forward to this fight. We don't like see. We've had our discussions about Conor Benn. We've talked about Regis after his last few fights. I haven't seen this. What weight is this fight going to be at? And do we not know that?
150 pounds.
Okay. Will Ben make 150 pounds?
It's going to take a lot. It's going to take a lot to get
there.
there.
It's going to take a lot of clomiphene.
Hey.
Allegedly.
I don't know what's
that wasn't alleged. He tested positive for clomiphene.
Yeah, I get that. But I don't know about this one. Now, I will say this.
Yeah, but he didn't know they were in the eggs, Matt.
And if anyone's in the comments, they're welcome to come up. That told me that he was going to be at 147 his next fight. Anyone that took Conor Benn at his word that he was going to be at 147 his next fight, I want you to come in and explain yourself. Why is he at 150 pounds? Why can't he get to 147 pounds? And why do you still believe he could? I'm just curious. Because every time he fights, it's never 147 pounds. I've never seen anything like this, where a guy doesn't fight at a division for like 5 fights, and still people are telling me he's in that division. Still telling me he's going to make that weight. He's letting you know he cannot make that weight.
And why is he fighting a guy that's 140 pounds, by the way?
Exactly. Now, I'm going to be debuting a post on our Brunch Boxing Twitter feed.
No.
I don't know what you're talking. You don't even know what I'm going to say.
Bro. Where the fuck was the weekend wrap-up?
The weekend wrap-up is... It's in motion. It's still in my head.
We don't need any more initiatives from you. You don't stick to it. You're wasting our time.
Can I just tell you? It's just a post. It's not a video. It's very easy to make. Okay, I'm just telling you. Right? Can I just tell you what it is? I call it type fight. Right? And every time you have a fight, people ask, what type of fight is it? Is it a 50-50 fight? Is it a 60-40 fight? What is the type fight this is? So what type of fight is Conor Benn versus Prograis? What would you break if out of 100 to what the chances that Conor Benn wins to the chances Prograis wins? I'm just curious what you guys think.
So you're just converting betting odds?
Pretty much.
Basically.
But it's more of a feel
though. 80-20. Worst case scenario.
Yeah, I feel 80-20 is good. I feel like 80-20 is good. I think people are kind of making this like a 90-10. And I don't think it's that. I think
it's a 50-50 fight.
Well, okay, here's the thing. Is it low-key kind of a banger of a matchup? Just low-key, right? Style-wise. Is it low-key like we're going to get some big shots thrown in here? And these guys are touching. Because Conor Benn is not that good, right? Like he's not, I don't think anyone thinks he's going to contend for a title, whatever weight division you want to say he's in. He's not contending for a title there, right? So, like, Prograis could still throw it at it if you stay right in front of him. The only thing is Prograis can't take a shot.
But Prograis boxes bow-legged.
He does.
He walks bow-legged. He has no legs. He's done. It's over.
I'm with you. The only thing is he cannot take a shot. I think Conor Benn will most likely get the stoppage here, but I think it's entertaining to like the point it is. So I'm gonna say 80-20 is about where I'm at with that fight. That's the type of fight.
I gotta tell you, don't introduce this to the Brunch Boxing timeline because I don't care. The concept sounds stupid. I wasn't entertained by this execution of it. Let's just leave that in the draft and let's focus on the weekend wrap-up.
No. This is coming. This is debuting right when this show ends. Jump on the Brunch Boxing Twitter thing. Go look at it, and this will debut. Right when the thing says end, this show ends, and we get the outro, that will be right there on the feed.
Okay. All right.
Okay, let's leave this topic in the past. Next up, we have legendary promoter Don King filing a lawsuit against Ring Magazine, Sella, and Michael Hunter and the WBA for interfering with his promotional agreement with Michael Hunter. Matt, I want to start with you on what your thoughts on this finding is and how this is going to move forward.
Hey, man, these guys are finding out there's certain promoters you can't fuck with. They found out with Frank Warren, and now they're finding out with the legendary Don King. And over Michael Hunter is the crazy part. Did you really need to try to make Jarrell Miller versus Michael Hunter that badly? Did you really need to do that? That you wanted to interfere with his deal when Michael Hunter was supposed to fight Kubrat Pulev for the WBA belt? Like, what are we doing here? Like, hey, I hope Don King wins. I hope he sues everybody and wins. Because they did interfere with his contract. Because Michael Hunter, according to Don King, is still under contract with them. And we saw that Michael Hunter did not go through with the fight. So maybe he understands he's still under contract with Don King. So I don't get what he was thinking. What they should have did was hit Don King off with a bunch of money, loop him in. Hey, listen, we want to use your fighter for this. We'll pay you X amount of dollars for this fight. And I'm sure he would have been glad to take that money. But they think just because he's an old man that he's feeble and he can't do anything and he's just going to roll over. That's still Don King, motherfuckers. And they're about to find out.
I'm not sure what Don King gets out of still promoting. Like, there's not going to ever be a Don King card anymore where I'm like, well, I need to see that. There's not even a lot of Don King cards happening, right? Is there Don King cards happening that I don't know about? Maybe, but Matt, you know what? Let me say that. Matt, is there Don King cards that I don't know that are happening?
Well, we did watch Adrian Broner versus Blair Cobbs, right?
What year ago? Was that last year or was that the year before?
24?
That was Don King.
No, but was that 20? I think that was 24.
24, right? Okay, that's what I felt like. Yeah, I don't. It has nothing to do with this whole thing. I just don't know what Don King's is still doing in the industry. I don't know what it is. I don't know what the end game is here. It just seems like something happens once in a while type of thing. I don't know.
Maybe at 94 years old he's only doing one card a year. But here's the thing though, right? Just because you don't understand what he's still doing, promoter or being in the boxing business, does that mean that anyone under contract with him is just free game? Because fuck Don King?
No. That's why I say it wasn't connected to that at all. No, like I said, if these guys are going to try to pull stuff like this, I think that they're going to run into way more pushback than I think they get on than the UFC would get in the MMA side. I think they're getting way more pushback here, and I think this is going to be interesting on how these lawsuits play out. These are going to be something that we have to watch because this is, to me, going to determine a lot of things going forward.
Hey, let me tell you something. You fuck around with Don King, you're going to get more pushback than a sheep on the end of a cliff. All right?
Wait a minute. Where's that expression from? What part of region is that from? Where did you hear that?
That's from down south. Those guys who be fucking their sheep.
Matt,
okay,
Matt, no. Okay.
Let me explain it.
I get it.
You've explained enough.
We get it.
Do you?
I get it. Oh, I get it. I wish I didn't get it. This is a family show. That's the thing. Is the problem people don't realize is when I say when I put this and upload it on YouTube and they ask me, "Is this okay for kids?" I always put yes because this is a family show.
No, you don't. You're not supposed to put that.
I don't put yes or no. I just ignore that question.
This is a family show.
All right, let me explain it. So
I don't need to explain. It's over.
Does your family still watch the show?
Yes. The guy that doesn't put his face on camera is willing to say anything. Who would have knew? The guy that doesn't put his face on camera is willing to say anything.
He does have his face on Twitter, though. Anyway, TKO Zuffa Boxing, as EzRaw alleged earlier, again is on the verge of a multi-year media rights deal with Sky Sports in the UK market. Matt, as someone who is very familiar with the UK boxing scene, what are your thoughts on this deal and how it impacts the future of the sport? And just Zuffa Boxing in general?
As someone who has managed a British boxing group with over 200,000 members.
Shut the hell up about that group.
I set you up, Matt. I set you up.
I gotta say, uh, here's the thing. I don't really care about this. Let me tell you why.
Okay.
This is kind of showing me that this Zuffa takeover ain't happening in the U.S.
Really?
Oh yeah, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I think they're finding it easier to make real headway in the UK market than the US because maybe they recognize what most people recognize. As long as you have like a name in the UK, you could put on anything, and then they'll watch it or they'll pay for it. So I think what they're gonna try to do is become more of a Eurocentric kind of company. And if you think of everything Turkey Al Sheikh has done since his foray into boxing, most of it has been Eurocentric. Mostly everything, like from the fights that he puts on, the fighters that he wanna promote, uh, everything is Eurocentric, and I think this is just par for the course when it comes to everything Turkey Al Sheikh touches.
Yeah, I think there's some sense to that, right? A lot of the MMA, a lot of UFC's, kind of Eurocentric. I think there's sense to that because also a lot of those guys are not going to get a lot of like a lot of the fighters, certain countries are not going to get a lot of airtime, so they're not good. A lot of promoters are going to put money behind them, but in their format, it kind of makes sense to sign them. I see that. Here's the thing: I think the UK deal is it's good news for their business for sure. It says something. I mean, shoot, these guys are all although pretty much the other two major ones, and then Boxer. What's Boxer on?
BBC.
Okay, and then the other two are on the Zone, right? Yeah, I think it's kind of I think it's kind of big news for them as far as that market that they did that. Now, the one thing about what they're doing in the U.S. market, it's a long term play. That's the thing is like about them is they're not trying to be these massive splashes. Like I said, with like the Conor Ben thing, is like that's more Turkey as far as like these big events. That's more Turkey as far as like their structure. It's a long term play. It's a long term play, and it's gonna see if they can outlast these other promotions. That's basically what it is. We'll see with that. Like I said, I don't know if that's like, oh, well, they're admitting that their strategy wasn't gonna work and they're gonna go this way.
No,
I
it's
don't
not
see it
about
like that.
admitting anything. It's about what they were planning on doing the whole time.
Yeah, I don't,
If you look at the promoters that they lifted fighters from, if you look at the promoters that they weakened, they didn't weaken PBC,
yeah,
which is the big promoter in the US. They weakened the British guys.
yeah, but the reason why they didn't weekend PBC or even Top Rank or even like let's say Matchroom's US guys or whatever is because those guys get paid a lot of money. So that wasn't gonna happen right away. You
They
got
did try to
still
sign Bam.
yeah, that's what they try to sign Bam, but those guys get paid a good amount of money. They're not gonna that's not gonna happen right away,
So
right?
they couldn't pay $15 million for a PBC guy.
They didn't pay that. That was an additional on top of the thing. I'm telling you, that wasn't their thing. That was Turkey. That's what I'm
But
telling
that's
you.
what I'm saying. They
Yeah,
couldn't go to Turkey and pay $15 million for a PBC guy.
no, because the Turkey's paying for his one-off big event that he's a part of. But they're doing their single events. I'm sure they have a set line of budget or whatever they're trying to prove that it's a successful business model. All I'm saying is that it's a long-term play in the U.S. It's not short-term. That's why people laughing like, oh, it's in their garage, in their basement, and all that. I mean, I'll be honest with you. So many of these promotions, like Triller, like a lot of these promotions, come in and they try to do these massive events, massacres where they don't know anything about. They don't have a market that makes sense. They don't have the fighters in place that make sense, and they just burn cash. The smartest way to be doing it was the small venues, just like how we said with how Jake Paul started, right? Like just like small venues, build up a roster, get used to the business. That's strategy. It's a long term play. That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
but at least first of all, we're not supposed to be mentioning that guy
I
on this
know,
show.
I know.
But do you think UFC? Well, Zuffa, I gotta stop calling him UFC. Do you think Zuffa could at least do a better job of promoting their cards?
Yes, they could. Yes, they could.
Yeah,
Definitely.
because I think they've been doing a piss poor job of promoting the cards.
I do agree.
You got one of our listeners, Anthony B Wise. He thinks that Ja Opataya is fighting tomorrow.
March 8th, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next week.
So he's gonna tune in tomorrow to see Ja Opataya, and he's gonna be watching Landman.
Oh man. But I don't think they care about promoting their cards. I think that they have their TV deal and they realize that they're going to make money off that TV deal for as long as it's signed.
So one thing that came out of the Frank Warren lawsuit, well, the proposed lawsuit, allegedly Zuffa Boxing is getting $500 million from Paramount.
Yeah, $100 million a year.
Mm-hmm.
Man,
they got one of the biggest boxing budgets, and they're going to try to build.
And they put it on that shit.
And they're going to try to build something that's profitable to them. That's the key, right? That's the key. It's a long term play. Like I said, it's not going to be this isn't going to be determined this year. It's going to be determined
but here's
over the
the
next
thing.
5.
You can say long term play.
Yeah,
bro. Their goal is to be profitable.
They're going to be profitable off the TV deal.
Yeah, they're going to be profitable.
Yeah, but that's their goal. Their goal is not to be good. Not to put a good product.
No, but what their goal is to be profitable. You're right about that. But their goal is to grow the business as well, so to generate value.
No, to grow their business, meaning their profits. Not. Oh, hey, look, we have Shakur Stevenson versus Gervonta Davis. Not we have these huge events. No, they are looking at the bottom line. They are going to do with what they did with WWE, which has made WWE an unwatchable product. Yeah, they're going to be cutting corners. They're going to be trimming the fat wherever that they can.
WWE is an established brand, though, Matt. It's an established brand. This is an established brand. Now, you got a 5-year deal, right? There's the way looking at it, it should be a different political landscape at that time. We'll see what it is, but it might be a different political landscape at that time. If they don't have a good product, if they don't have something that people tune into, they don't have something that people are interested in, then they're not going to be able to go and get another deal, or they're not going to be able to go and get a bigger deal. They're not going to be able to go to grow the thing. So they has to grow. The product has to get better. The product has to get established. This isn't going to work. Okay, I'm profitable for the next 5 years. We know they are, for sure. They have a 5-year deal. But after that, where does the business go from there?
You sure can't just loop it in with a UFC TV deal?
No, but what I'm saying is, the UFC TV deal was 7 years, so that there's a 2-year gap there. They wouldn't have to.
And look, my guy Coda Kid, shout out to Coda Kid, one of my favorite listeners. He says he didn't even know that it was Elimination Chamber today. I'm telling you, TKO, they suck at promoting things, bro.
I didn't know it was the Elimination Chamber until last night.
That's fair.
I don't understand what are we defending. They suck.
I'm not defending that. I said they're stuck at promoting their stuff. I said that. I'm just saying we can't determine what this is going to be. It's going to be a long-term play. That's all I'm telling you. Next 5 years, we're going to see where we're at.
I guess. What's next?
Next up, we have Ezra's guy, Janibek Alimkhanuly, reportedly suffered a mini stroke in May. Ezra, what are your thoughts on Janibek's health situation?
I mean, that's pretty crazy, right? Like, because he was going to fight pretty soon after that. So, to me, I don't know how.
Are you calling Porkies?
I don't know what that means. I'm afraid to ask you what it means, but I don't know what that means.
Is he lying?
It seems like kind of suspect, right? I mean, would they allow him to fight off of that? And the thing is, like, what did the stroke do to his body and stuff like that? It's not like a thing you recover right away from. It does take a lot of
and what caused it?
Yeah, so it's really close to the fight that he was supposed to have. Okay, it was really close to the fight that he was supposed to have. And if you remember the fight that he had, there was talks of fights way before that date, between that May date, right? So that's what I'm saying. Like, it wasn't ever a point where he wasn't negotiating a fight or we were trying to get in the ring. So just, I don't know. Timeline just kind of seems a little suspect to me.
Yeah, I listen. I think he's full of shit. Whatever. Listen, he got the sympathy. Everyone's sad for Janibek. It's fine. He's a cheating piece of shit, in my opinion, and I'm just gonna leave it at that.
He still has his doubts, though. Let's keep it rolling.
All right, Tenshin Nasukawa versus Juan Estrada is official. Do we think this is too much too soon for Tenshin? Ezra, I want you to take your take on this. You've talked about Tenshin a lot since he became pro.
I think Tenshin's mentality is he's either a top fighter or he's not. That's just really what it is. And he's not going to try to rebuild after the first defeat. I think he thinks like, okay, I learned from that defeat. I'm fighting at this level now. It's going to stay at this level. It's a mentality that we should want from boxers, but it might be a mentality that like cuts his boxing career short. Now, Estrada can still go. he's not in his prime for sure, but he can still go, and he's still a crafty fighter, and he's still a very, very smart fighter. And those are the kind of things that the Tension could really have problems with right now. Like he's just the gap between him trying to learn the IQ in the ring and the to be able to fight a crafty guy like this and to be able to see past the tricks and all that. That's the huge gap that he's at. He's a talented guy, physically talented guy, but it's those things like that that'll really cause him trouble. And it might actually start getting him hurt. That's the part where you have to start looking at it. But yeah, it's mentality-wise, I love it.
Question from
I mean, hey, at least he's willing to fight him, even if he's not the fighter who he used to be. I know a couple fighters haven't fought that guy, so
Name him, Mike.
no need to go into that right now. Stick to the
name and
topic.
shame, Mike. Name and shame.
Don't let them bully you, Mike.
Yeah, we'll stick to the topic. They know.
Yeah, exactly.
Matt, what do you think about this matchup, and what are your thoughts on how Tenshin's moving in
I
his
like
career?
the matchup. I like the card overall. I think it's a great card, but I could really see where Tenshin gets his ass kicked again. So it's like he's not here for a long time. I'll say that. He's here for a good time. So it is what it is, man. I'll enjoy it. Shout out to Tenshin.
Question from the listener, B-Wise. Will Tenshin improve realistically after the Takuma Inoue setback?
No.
I know. I think he can improve, but
how's he gonna improve in one fight, bro?
Because here's the thing: is like he's gonna keep learning. This guy is improving from fight to fight, every fight. We've been seeing him improve. He's improving at a rapid rate, so we've seen it. Now, is he gonna cover the ground needed? That's the big question.
Can I tell you something? Can I tell you something? I think even at this stage, Gaio Estrada is better than Takuma anyway.
Oh, that's
I think he's taking another step up, and he don't even know it.
That's the thing. He's gonna improve, but is he covering the gap between him and Estrada? That's the big question, and that's a hard thing to do. That's what I'm saying. When you saw him against Inoue, there was IQ problems. There was things that he was not seeing in the ring. That's the biggest issue.
The biggest issue is going to be the punch that he doesn't see.
Yep.
Any other thoughts? Matt, you mentioned the card being good. I haven't seen the full card on this. What else is there to look forward to?
We got Tomboy Suboy. He's going to be going up against Pedro Guevara. And then we have Angel Ayala, undefeated guy, going up against Kaiosuke. I don't know how to pronounce his last name.
Whoa, Kaiosuke's on this card?
Yeah.
Oh.
Are you being like sarcastic or something?
A little bit.
Oh, because he's actually really good.
I'm sure he is. I didn't say he was bad. I just not.
Yeah, so
I'll watch it. I will watch it. You know what? It's got my attention.
I think Martin's calling a shot in the comments here for both Rico and Tenshin, saying it's the year of the kickboxer. I don't know if he's being sarcastic or serious. Knowing Martin's, it's sarcasm, but
no, maybe he just meant it's the year the kickboxer gets a big fight.
That could be it too.
Yeah, it's Kaisuke Takami versus Angel Ayala, which is a fucking excellent fight.
Excellent. I'm gonna be
excellent fight.
I'm watching. You don't call me that night. I'll be busy watching that fight.
All right.
You don't have a yard sale.
Before we get into today's festivities, we had the Fundora Thurman virtual press conference. Matt, what are your takeaways from that?
I gotta say, I was very impressed with Ricardo Torres.
Oh, wow. Okay. Didn't expect that.
Ricardo Torres, he's ready for the next level. At least he thinks he is. And he says that he's willing to fight anybody, anytime, any place. He's not here to be one of these fighters that's looking to take a soft touch. Whoever wants it, they can get it. And that's why he took the Frank Martin fight.
I love it.
Moses Satama can really learn from him.
Frank Sanchez. Just quick correction.
Oh, I said Frank Martin?
Yeah.
Hey, you know what's funny? You know why I said Frank Martin? And I hate to do this. When PBC posted about the fight, they called Frank Sanchez Frank Martin.
Really?
They did. I saw that.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
how much of a ceiling, star quality wise, does Torres have?
Well, I'll say this. He kind of messing up his ceiling because he got rid of the porn stash and he has a full beard now.
Okay, all right,
I'm
all
not
right.
feeling that.
He's trying to be like me.
Yeah, I'm not feeling that at all because I
Whoa.
think the mustache was kind of his thing.
I, I,
But
I I'm kind of surprised that his star hasn't taken off more than it has now. But maybe he just needs the right opponent, and maybe he just needs to be on the right event. But I always thought that his star ceiling was really really high, right? Because he's a Mexican heavyweight. First of all, he doesn't look like out of shape like Andy Ruiz. Like he's like literally legitimate looks like an in shape heavyweight. He's got an entertaining style. I think that I would think that he's an Olympian. I think it was star quality thing, but it hasn't taken off to where I thought it was. Hasn't had the attention that I thought it was, but I still think it's there. And this is a good
well,
fight.
to what do you attribute that?
I don't know. I don't know. I can't explain it. I can't explain it because I thought that people would be want to interview him, put him on a lot of the media things. I would think that, but maybe I don't know why. I feel like Top Rank hasn't put him out there like that. I don't feel like that. I don't know, but maybe they're saying it's not catching on like they thought it would either. Who knows? Who knows? But I think that he's the kind of guy that if he gets a win like this, I think it could kind of start snowballing for him into superstardom. The one thing about the Fedor Thurman thing, and I thought that was a mistake, was releasing Thurman's working out. I think that was not. Someone had to go and take a look at that and be like, you know what? Let's just leave a little bit to the mystery. You know what I mean?
You
Sometimes you
looked
got
a
to leave a
little
little bit of
slow,
something.
right?
He looked a little slow. He looked a little stiff. The problem with and I feel this now when I try to hit pads, you start feeling very stiff. Like your back feels like it can't move. And that's when fighters get older, you start seeing them stiff. And it's a lot, you see it in their back. They can't move. They're punching a lot of shoulder motion. They can't really move to rotate with the punch. And that's what he looked like. He looked very, very stiff, in my opinion. I did not think it was a good idea to release his training footage. Sometimes leave a little bit to the mystery, leave a little bit to the imagination.
Okay. Well, we'll see.
All right. Any other notes from the press conference before we move on?
Um, Yoeli Hernandez claims that he will fight any of the champions, including Lara, which is a departure from what he was saying before. Also, Elijah Garcia dumped Bob Santos and went back to his father because he felt like the marriage wasn't working well with him and Bob Santos, which I agree. Um, I'm wondering what Taraga Shea is going to have for Yoeli Hernandez. You know, Taraga Shea gave Elijah Garcia everything he wanted and more. Yoeli Hernandez, people think is a killer. I think we're going to find out a lot about him in this matchup.
I gotta be honest with you. Like, I wish that wasn't Goucher opposite Hernandez. I wish that what's the name had stood in this fight. I understand he wanted more money, whatever, but that would have been a better fight. I think
Jahai
Goucher,
Tucker?
yeah, Jahai Tucker.
Based upon what?
Huh? Because I think Jahai Tucker has more in the tank. I think Jahai Tucker is more interesting offensively.
No,
The thing is,
no. I think with Jahai Tucker, you're just getting. I think it's just a unknown thing. You
but
think you
maybe
know
there is
what you
some of
get.
that. There
No,
is
but
that
you
too.
think you know what you get from just Gachere. But I gotta tell you, if Jahai Tucker was fighting Terrell Gachere, I would take Terrell Gachere.
Okay, that's fine. But I would take Jahai Tucker. But here's the thing, though, right? There is value to unknown. Of course, there is. There's value to like I've never seen this guy get a shot. I want to see this guy get a shot because I haven't seen him fight at this level. I've seen Goucher fight at that level so many times. I've seen him be afraid to pull the trigger so many times. I've seen him hurt people and lift them off the hook so many times. Do I really need to see it again? Like it's not. There's not interest to me. Now, here's the thing, right? If Hernandez is this killer, right, then he better go and look like a killer in the ring. He better go look like that this fight isn't close, competitive, because that's what it needs. The one thing that Goucher like is he does make fights kind of boring. He does make fights kind of look like they're not that far away separation wise. If Hernandez is what people say he is, which I'm not sure he is, then he better go and then really get Goucher out of there, or just make it clear that it didn't belong in the ring with him.
Yeah, we'll see.
All right. And then moving on here, now we've gotten tonight's festivities. What's the vibe check, buzz check on everything for Emmanuel Navarrete versus Sugar Nunez here? Not your breakdown, EzRaw. We're going to get to that next. Just what are the thoughts heading into the fight? What are people saying about it? And what are we feeling about it?
I think people feel like a war's about to happen. It's like one of those fights. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Bam versus Bam. No, what's not Bam? What the hell's his name? Mike Alvarado versus I can't I want to say Bam
Brandon
Rodriguez.
Bam Bam
Yeah,
Rios.
Bam Bam.
Rios, there he goes. Bam Bam Rios. It kind of feels like that, right? Like it feels like, damn, like these guys in the ring. This is almost guaranteed war. This is gonna be guaranteed violence. That's what I feel like everybody feels like going to this fight. They feel like you can't be disappointed in this fight. They feel like you're gonna tune into this fight, you're gonna see some good action. That's what I feel like. What do you think, Matt?
I don't think anything like that. I think it's going to be a good fight. I'm more curious to see um, if the winner is going to fight Oshaki Foster. That's what I want to know.
Yeah, I
I,
hope so.
I think it's high time that we see Oshaki Foster get a shot at one of these guys. I think that'll be an interesting style matchup. Um,
I would have favored Oshaki and either guy wins. I would favor Oshaki.
I will also say this. I think Sugar Nunez is going to be fighting a level that he's never fought before.
Fair, fair.
Navarrete has been at that level. So I think Navarrete is going to have a serious experience advantage. Now, is that going to mean anything at the end of the day? We'll see. But I'm kind of interested to see how this plays out.
I have a
It's
question.
a great fight. What's the
I have a question
question?
for you, Matt. What type of fight is this?
Phone booth fight.
No, no, no. What type of fight is this, Matt?
Don't do it. Don't answer that, Matt. You know
I
you
don't.
know
I
the
don't.
answer he's looking for. Don't do it. Don't
I
don't
don't
do it.
get it.
He wants to set up his post for after the show
Oh,
that he's talking about.
What type of fight is this, Matt? Just do it. Give it to the people.
I'm gonna say
They're begging for it.
this is a 70-30 fight.
Whoa, whoa, for Navarrete?
Yes.
Wow, that is
So interestingly enough, Navarrete is the underdog, the betting underdog in this fight.
70-30. That's why you do tight fights, because the odds don't always tell a story that what you think, the way you're seeing it go. Because you know what? Here's the thing, too. Here's the thing about tight fight. You can pick a 60-41 guy. That don't mean you're picking the 60, though. You're just saying, like, hey, the way I see it is, this guy has more ways to win than that guy does. There's more likely that this guy wins than that guy, but I might see the upset. That I love it though. Man, you know what, Matt? I love it. Tight fight. Tune in after the show on Brunch Boxing Twitter feed to see what type of fight I have it. Let's see how I broke it down. See if I agree with Matt. You think you can tell by the movement and the shock in my face that I don't.
All right, now Ezra, it is time for your EzRaw breakdown. What do you see for what's your report card and breakdown of tonight's event?
I love this main event. Now, Matt, I have one question for you, Matt. What do you think about them changing the co-main event the week of the fight?
I think if what I'm hearing was the reason, it's a bit disrespectful
I think so.
and fucked up. Because first of all, Tobias Smalls versus Abel Ramos is a better fight than Emiliano Vargas versus Augustine Quintana, you know. And from what the rumors are, they changed the fight because Tobias Smalls is not Mexican.
That's what they're saying, right? That's what's the rumors out there, right? That's the rumors. And I think that this is a bad look from Eddie Hearn because Smalls is his fighter. I think that's a bad look from Eddie Hearn. I gotta tell you, I don't care for it. I don't care for it. I think Tamir Smalls, this is his opportunity to really make a statement. Like I said, his last fight was a really tough fight. It was an entertaining fight, really tough fight. This has a chance to be a good, entertaining fight. It's a chance for him to make a statement. And I that's your fighter. Are you throwing a show? Like when I recommended some guy be a co-main that wasn't a part of like a TGB fighter, wasn't a PBC fighter. I was saying, why would they do that? Why would they do that? That's not their fighter. They're going to push their guys. Of course, that's your card. You push your guys. And they didn't do that this time. I don't really care for that. As far as the main event, the breakdown for it, I think it's a very entertaining fight. I think that Nunez is in his physical prime. Nunez is going to be working. He's gonna be pushing forward on this fight. And the thing is, Navarrete, I don't think he's in his physical prime. I don't think that he's even like in his best shape anymore. And I don't think he's fought this kind of pace in a long time. This is going to be a pace to really test him. Now, the only thing is in Nunez's last fight against Diaz, Diaz has success towards the end of that fight, right? He has success, but Diaz isn't hitting like Navarrete. Like, if Navarrete is hitting Sugar Nunez like that, he can put him to sleep. I haven't seen him really rock, but I haven't seen him touched by a guy like Navarrete's power. I think it's a really interesting style matchup. I think it's a fight where Navarrete is going to get outlanded, but is like, are his shots going to mean more? Is he going to be durable enough? And it's like, what is Nunez going to do when it's like the 6th, 7th round and Navarrete starts landing the big shots? He starts getting his rhythm on the fight. Right now, I'm favoring Nunez to win this fight. I think he's going to outwork him. I think he's going to be able to take a decision, but I think that the Navarrete's power is going to play effect in this fight, and we have to see if Nunez holds up and just be able to outpoint Navarrete to get the decision here. But this, to me, I think is like one of those things. If I'm saying with likeliness of a war here, I'm saying 80 to 90% likeliness of a war here.
Okay. What are you grading this card as a whole?
The card as a whole, I'm going to give this card A-. I think the main event is carrying it. I don't think the undercard is that great, but like I said, Tamir Smalls is someone that I've said before that I would like to watch out for. I think his abilities, he hasn't put it all together yet. The last fight he fought a guy with movement that really kind of threw off his game. The guy boxed and moved and really threw off his game. He's not going to have to deal with that tonight. He's going to deal with some power tonight, though. I think he has a chance to really shine tonight. Vargas is a guy that is one of the top prospects, one of the guys coming into contender status in the that division. The guy he's fighting beat the guy that looks like Elon Musk. What's that fighter's name?
Oh man, I can't remember his name right now. There's an M in there.
There's an M in there. There's definitely an M in there. Matt, come on, Matt.
I wasn't paying attention. What's your question?
What's
the guy that looks like
Elon Musk?
Fighter.
Oh, the one that lost?
Yes.
Is it
like
Marcos?
Marco Castro?
Mark Castro.
Mark Castro. Thanks. Shout out to Gritty in the comments. Shout out to Gritty and Pro.
Mark Castro. This guy beat Mark Castro. I'm not like that saying much, but he beat Mark Castro. He's coming into this fight. I think Vargas is going to look good in this fight, but we still need to see Vargas still keep gaining levels. That's the whole point of this. Like, is he still going to keep gaining levels? He's looked pretty good recently. Let's see what he looks like tonight. He's an interesting guy to watch. Like I said, A-B+ type card.
Okay, I agree. It's a good card. I really want to see this Tamir Smalls Abel Ramos fight because I'm surprised that they're trying to have Tamir Smalls take this huge step up already. Like, Abel Ramos was literally like a round away from being the welterweight champion of the world, and now he's fighting a prospect who's never fought anyone before.
Yeah, that's true. This is true. Like I said, there's things that Tamir Smalls is going to be able to take advantage of because Abel Ramos was, you're right, a decision away from being a champion. Probably should have never been in that position, but it
doesn't matter. But he almost won.
I get you. No, I get you.
All I'm saying is, who cares if you thought he shouldn't have had the fight? No. He literally almost won the championship.
What I'm saying is that
and people argue that he won.
No, what I'm arguing is that's more on how the level of the champion at that time, right? That's what I'm telling you.
Yeah, but would we have taken Tamir Smalls to beat fucking Mario Barrios right away? No.
I think it's an interesting fight. So that's what I'm saying. But let's see.
It's the fight now, but at the time we wouldn't have taken him to beat him. This is a huge step up for him.
I got you. It's a good. I want to see it. It's a very, very.
So I don't understand why you're trying to like poo.
Well, it's not
whatever,
poo-poo,
man.
All
right, let's move on.
I understand. Are we having a discussion here? Are we having a debate here?
No, I don't feel like being aggravated. I really don't.
Goodness gracious. The thing is that I showed up late, right? He complains. But I come in with high energy. That's the thing is me. You don't need to worry about my energy. This guy sounds like he's half asleep. I got to tell you. This guy sounds like he's half asleep. I don't get it.
Hasn't had a brunch yet.
Hold on. It's not my fault that I have a deep baritone voice and you sound all high pitched. That doesn't mean that you're more energetic or exciting. It doesn't mean that.
Hey.
Just because you sound frenetic doesn't mean that you're more energetic.
Oh, you got the baritone. I got the high pitch. It sounds like we could start a music group. Honestly, we're a few voices away from having a full ensemble here.
Yeah, the sheep herders.
Jesus, good callback though. Not even mad at that. Matt, who are you picking tonight? Eduardo Nunez, Sugar Nunez, or Emmanuel Navarrete? I think you gave your pick earlier, but I need the method.
I'm going with Navarrete. I'm gonna go with Navarrete by decision.
All right, EzRaw.
I'll go with Nunez by decision.
Let's go. Opposite.
Are we picking any of the other fights on this card before we move on to the other fights for today?
We should. Let's pick Tamir Smalls versus Abel
All right,
Ramos.
Ezra, you go first.
I'll take Tamir Smalls by decision.
Matt.
I'm going to take Tamir Smalls by stoppage.
And do we want to pick the Emiliano Vargas fight?
No.
Okay.
No question. I know we probably went over the rules before. If say Nunez wins, let's say he wins by stoppage, do I get any points for that?
What?
You get 1 point.
Yeah, you get 1 point for the
Okay.
Nunez,
Okay,
and then
okay.
you get. So we're tracking them separately. They're each different. So you can get 2 points for every fight you pick.
Perfect.
And that's why it's important to do that, because if you guys both pick the same person but you have a different method, then that's going to be the separator.
Perfect.
All right.
Do we have a score? Do people keep asking me a score?
We will tweet out a score after tonight's fights.
What's going to happen first? Huey actually doing the scores or Ezra doing the weekend wrap up?
I will tweet out the scores before Ezra's weekend wrap up, just because. Hold on. I'm not throwing any shade at Ezra. It's just simply because the timing of that happens first.
Exactly. That's true, though. That's true.
All right. Also today we got Elijah Pierce versus Lorenzo Parra. Matt, I'm going to start with you all. Or actually, you know what? This is Ezra. Sorry. My bad. Ezra, what's your report card score and grade for this fight, and then the breakdown of the card?
I don't have any of those things for this card. Elijah Pierce is a good fighter, but I'm not familiar with his opponent, so I have nothing for this card.
You don't know Lorenzo Parra?
I don't think I do.
Well, this is a rematch of their last fight. First of all,
Who won the first one?
The first one, fucking Parra won.
Oh, okay. Well, who you got tonight, Matt?
No. Parra is the guy who beat you remember Omar Trinidad?
Yes.
The nigga from he was Zufadal.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, because I'm bugging. He didn't fight Elijah Pierce. But this card, we really need to be worried about Kerbel Moulton.
Yeah, Moulton's on the guard. That's right. This is the Pacquiao card, right?
Yes.
Pacquiao Promotions.
Okay, gotcha.
And
Pacquiao's son's on this card as well, right?
No, he got pulled from the card. They didn't say why.
Interesting.
He got pulled from the card. They didn't say why. I wonder why that is.
All right.
Tony Yoka versus Lawrence Okoli. Ezra, what's your report card for this?
Oh, I like that. I like that fight. Okoli's gonna win that fight. So Okoli's gonna win that fight. But that's like heavyweight. Just because it's heavyweight, I guess maybe it's interesting. Do I like that fight that much? I don't know. Maybe I jumped the gun on that. I give that like a C, honestly. I don't know why I jumped so excited. I don't know why I jumped so much excitement.
I give this fight an A.
Ezra, what kind of fight is that? You said you think it's gonna be you. Matt reacted surprisingly to your response of who you thought was gonna win. So
yeah, that's an 80-20 for Okoli. The Yoka is not been proven a good pro fighter. He almost fights like he's a kickboxer. I feel like he probably chose the wrong sport. I think Okoli. I think people are kind of sleeping as Okoli as a heavyweight, and I think that he's actually, he's kind of got like this Alistair Overeem vibe to him, where like he was light heavy, he was like a cruiserweight, and then suddenly he's like the biggest man in heavyweight. It just makes no sense. But I think he's actually an all right heavyweight. And I think that he's gonna beat Tony Yoka.
I didn't know where you were going with that, but that was actually a good comparison.
Appreciate it.
Grade for Tenshin and Estrada?
Oh, that's A+.
Adames versus Ammo Williams?
That's a B.
Matt, you have anything to add on any of those three cards?
Nope.
All right. Ezra, we heard the midweek show. You bailed during this. I don't know what happened.
I did not bail.
Actually, you know what? No, hold on. I almost skipped the most important part of the show. Matt, make the people some money before Ezra loses them some.
I hit last week.
If you guys want to make some money today, let's stay away from boxing, first of all. We'll stay away from boxing. All right, let's go to the NBA today because we have some interesting games today. One starting at 1 p.m. The Charlotte Hornets minus 290 against the Portland Blazers. The Houston Rockets minus 136 against the Miami Heat. The Toronto Raptors minus 820 against the Washington Wizards. Okay. Three-leg parlay plus 161.
Okay, I'm gonna. I don't have the odds in front of me, but I'm gonna go boxing. You guys are here for boxing. You guys want to hear boxing bets? I'm gonna take Nunez money line. I'm gonna take Vargas by stoppage, and I'm gonna take Tamir money line. I don't know what that adds up to, but that's
The Tamir
Nunez.
fight is not on FanDuel anymore.
Interesting. Then scrap that. Just take Vargas stoppage and Nunez money line.
All right.
Vargas by stoppage and Nunez money line is plus 140.
Love it.
It's not bad.
Let's take it.
It's not bad. All right. Now, from the midweek show, we had Matt and our friend Boxrec Gray go over the Zuffa boxing roster announcement. Ezra, what are your thoughts on the roster breakdown that occurred during the midweek show? Did you hear the full roster breakdown?
I went back and listened to it the other day because I wanted to. I was like, wait, what happened? I woke up. I was like, I was doing a show and then I woke up. That's what happened. I was doing a show. Someone said Kane Sandoval, and I went straight to sleep. And I woke up later that day. But here's the thing. I went back and listened to it. It was actually great stuff. It was great content. It was I don't know if everyone stood to listen to it, but it was good stuff. They were going through every guy. You know what? When you felt better about Zuffa's roster after you heard it, you felt like, hey, there was some little promise here and there about Zuffa's roster after you heard this. I was like, hey, you know what? And you know what? I got to be honest with you. Some of the guys that Gray was high on were some of the guys that I liked when I saw the cards. I was like, hey, that guy's not bad. How was that guy a free agent? That does kind of come to your head a lot when you watch some of these cards. You're like, wait, that guy was just available? Like, so sometimes I'm like, what's happening here, right? How was that guy available? But I thought that was really good content. I think you should go back and listen to it. If you're interested on what Zuffa has and what they can actually do with this roster, I think that's a really good in-depth breakdown for a lot of the guys. I thought that was a very fun segment. And then my first part where me and Matt argue over what happened with Conjure Ben, and I said, let's hold up and wait and see. He said, we don't have to hold up and wait and see. It's obvious they're going to get an English deal and all this stuff. And then none of that happened. So, you know, it's funny.
They all get this guy's sports deal.
Hold on. Has nothing to do with Conor Ben. Conor Ben's fighting on Netflix.
You don't know that.
He's the lead of a
No. So here's the thing, right? No.
If that were me, Matt would be on here like, oh, this guy's dead wrong all the time, right? But that's not the case because I don't advertise it. I don't advertise it. I'm like Zuffa. I don't advertise this guy's wrong.
The Conor Ben thing is a one-fight deal. According to Eddie Hearn, he believes that they offered Conor Ben a large one-fight deal because they knew Eddie wouldn't match a one-fight deal, and then they're going to hammer out a long-term contract with Conor Ben after this one fight.
We shall see.
Just so you know.
Okay, we shall see, and that's actually a pretty smart strategy. So that makes a lot of sense. But here's the thing, though. But can I just say this though? As far as right now where we stand, right? You are incorrect. Okay, you were incorrect.
Okay.
Now, could it turn around and you be correct? Possibly, but right now you're incorrect. So just take it, like when I'm incorrect, right? I have to go there and take it, and then people come in the spaces, they throw their tomatoes and all this stuff, and we put slander on my name, right? But when I'm right, when I tell you, hold on, right? Just like when you're telling me this whole. Wait, hold on. Just like when you're telling me this whole De La Hoya lawsuit, you said they're going to honor the negotiation. That was the deal, and then that wasn't the case, right? That wasn't the case. That's not the argument they want. That's not even the argument that they want.
No, Ezra. You are the definition of premature ejaculation.
Like this is a family show.
Like,
this is a family show. That's the part you don't understand. This is a family show,
bro.
Mike does this show with his kid sitting right next to him. This is a family show.
You are Leon Lett celebrating on the way to the end zone.
See, Mike's kid's right there. This is what I'm talking about. This is a family show.
Hey,
this is a family show.
Mike's kid looked young. He don't know what premature ejaculation is.
Stop saying
exactly.
It. Stop saying it.
Hey, you know what?
Ezra, I want to incorporate your new tweet post segment into what you're talking about with the Zuffa boxing roster. What type of roster is this? As for in comparison to the names that they crossed off versus that you're interested in.
Now, just so you know, Ezra, Me and Boxer Gray, we went through the entire 93-man roster.
Mm-hmm.
I know.
Okay, we crossed off 55 names.
Yeah.
We crossed off 55 names.
Okay.
We ended up putting a green check mark, meaning like, you know what? They got some guys here next to 22 names, and 16 guys are wait and see.
Yeah, it's a you know what, that's the word I would use. It's a wait and see roster. But here's the thing. But I will say this though. I've been watching the shows. I've been watching the thing. There's more talent there as far as like the level of some of the talent that they have that I didn't think they would have. I thought it was going to be a very, very club level looking guys, and some of these guys are more getting me more excited and more skill and maybe a higher ceiling than what I originally thought. Now, you know what I would love, Matt, and I think that if you and Gray did this again, can we just do this for like basically every major promotion we have? Can we go and just be like this cross through and do a thing? Because I thought that was extremely interesting. It kind of lets you know where someone's at with the roster.
All
Okay.
right. Anything else on the Zuffa boxing roster before we move on?
No, I said what I needed to say.
All right, Matt, it's your time to shine. What's the new pound for pound list look like?
You know, I gotta say.
Don't tell me you don't have it ready.
Oh, of course I have it ready.
Okay.
I'm always ready. That's why they call me fish and spaghetti. All right. Here's the thing. I'm sick and tired of a lot of people getting passes. We're giving people passes for fighting bullshit fights. We're giving people passes for inactivity. And I am done with that. So I decided to make the real pound for pound list. The only pound for pound that matters. Okay? A guy like Alexander Usyk, who's gonna be fighting a kickboxer. Did you load my new sound, Huey?
No, I didn't.
Ah, that would have been perfect for that. That would have been perfect for that. But you know what? Get that son of a bitch off the field. A guy like Dmitry Bivol and Artur Beterbiev, who haven't fought for a year and don't have anything scheduled, get that son of a bitch off the field. A guy like Tank Davis, who by tomorrow will have a year inactivity, doesn't have anything scheduled, get that son of a bitch off the field. All right? This pound for pound is only for real fighters and guys that are actually active. So without further ado, this is the new Bunch Boxing pound for pound list. Coming in at number 10 from the great island of Puerto Rico, the unified junior middleweight champion, Xander Zayas. Coming in at number 9, you will see him put his unified cruiserweight championship on the line against David Benavidez,
Whoa.
Gilberto Zerto Ramirez.
It's the first shocker. That's the first shocker of the list. I don't want to interrupt and stop. Keep going.
My former sparring partner.
Coming in, hey, some say that you prepared him for this list. Coming in at number 8, we have the unified minimum weight champion from New Jersey, Oscar Collazo.
Mm-hmm.
Coming in at number 7, he's going to be fighting Naoya Inoue in the Tokyo Dome in May for Golden Week. Junto Nakatani.
Wow, this is the new guns, new era. This is a new era list.
Coming in at number 6, the former unified welterweight champion, Jerron Boots Ennis.
Okay.
Coming in at number 5, he lost it all, he got it all back, and now he's coming for everything. Debo Devin Haney.
All right.
Coming in at number 4, the former WBC super middleweight champion, the current WBC light heavyweight champion. He will be back Cinco de Mayo for a third title in a third weight class. El Monstro, El Bandero Rojo, the true Mexican monster, Anthony David Benavidez Sr. Coming in at number 3, he beat Sonny Edwards. He beat Gallo Estrada. He beat Carlos Cuadras. He's looking to become the undisputed super flyweight champion. Jesse Bam Rodriguez Franco. Coming in at number 2, so far, the biggest victory of 2026. Former featherweight champion, former super featherweight champion, former lightweight champion, and current WBO junior welterweight champion. He came into the game known as Sugar, but he is now known as the Outlaw, Shakur Stevenson. And coming in at number 1 with a bullet, top of the pyramid, the former undisputed bantamweight champion, the current undisputed super bantamweight champion, the only fighter that David Benavidez says can have the monster nickname, Naoya Inoue. And that is the new Brunch Boxing pound for
I
pound
got,
top 10.
It's
I
a
got
much better list than the old list, I have
it
to say.
was. It was. It was. Now, I got a question. Zerto over Opetaye for that spot, right? Zerto being on the list is kind of surprising, but Zerto over Opetaye, what's their stance on there? Give me your explanation on that.
So, Zerto Ramirez, former champion at 168, came up to 200 pounds right away, beat WBA champion Arslan Goulamirian,
Mm-hmm.
and then went and unified and beat WBO champion Chris Billum Smith.
Yeah.
Ja Opetaia, been at cruiserweight all his life, ain't unified once. How long we gonna live off of a Marius Briedis victory? I'm worried about who's putting in the work. Zerto is putting in the work, so he deserves the nod over John Opetaia until further notice.
Okay. And then, guys, can you give me some like honorable mentions that you were like they were close to making the list? You just had them off.
You want 11 through 15, basically?
Just
So
give me some guys that were close.
honorable mentions. Sebastian Fedora comes to mind as an
Okay.
honorable mention.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
but but unfortunately for him, Xanazias passed him because Xanazias unified. So
Okay.
Xanazias passed him. Okay, another honorable mention: Renee Santiago.
Okay. Yeah. Very good name. Yeah.
Okay, another honorable mention: a heavyweight, Ajit Kabayel,
Okay.
who's
Awesome.
been putting in some serious
Yeah.
fucking work. I'm only dealing with guys that's putting in work. Enough of the bullshit, guys. If you're not putting in work, like Funkmaster Flex say, not everybody could come up here. Not everybody can come up here.
No, there is some critiques about your list and how you made it.
It doesn't matter. What do they know? These guys are idiots.
Well, so one of them is from the so some of the critiques are coming from the historian of brunch boxing. He says that his pound for pound list is the Super Bowl pound for pound list, the WrestleMania pound for pound list, and he also says that's his criteria.
Hey, that's not a critique.
Yeah,
Sounds
that's not
like
your
he's
critique.
He sounds like he's complimenting my list.
Didn't seem like critique, but you know what though? I will say though, Matt and EzRaw have this kind of bromance. I would almost explain it as it's like we're like goodness. Neither one could do wrong in each other's eyes. If one says an opinion, the other one is quick to compliment it. The other guy says an opinion, he's quick to agree with it. It's a little bit disgusting, honestly. It's a little bit disgusting. But I like that list, though. I will say that. I do like that list. That's the most respectable list you've ever sent out, the pound for pound list. The most respectable one. I think because your heart wasn't in it. You get what I'm saying? You were thinking with your brain.
I'll tell you this. Nobody at 126 is even going to get an honorable mention until they unify. And I will furthermore state the winner of tonight's Sugar Nunez, Emmanuel Navarrete fight will get consideration for the pound for pound list.
There's a name in there. Then we maybe Oshaki Foster. You didn't consider him for the pound for pound list?
Yeah, he's honorable mention. He's honorable mention.
Yeah, because he's been doing serious work besides a BS decision that was it was ridiculous, worst decision I've ever seen. He's been consistent, doing work, beating names. I think he's one of the guys that's done some of the most work. I think I would have to consider top 10.
Absolutely. Hey, I see my guy Martin criticizing Zerda Ramirez over John Opataya.
He said his best win is a 50-year-old Dorticos.
Is he criticizing Zerdo in general?
I think he's criticizing.
He's criticizing Zerdo in general.
Because I need to know.
I put the comment up on the screen. He said Zerdo sucks. Come on, his best win is a 50-year-old Dorticos.
I do not listen. Zerdo does not suck. Zerdo does not suck. Zerdo's a good fighter. Now we're gonna find out if he can compete at the highest level. That's what we're gonna find out.
Here's what I know. Zerdo at cruiserweight. Joe Smith, Austin Gulamarian, Chris Billum Smith, Uniel Dorticos. And now he's fighting David Benavidez. He wants all the fucking smoke. He's putting in work. Like, why can't we respect work?
The guy's
putting in work.
Do we like the Glatton fight for Obadiah?
It's not better than anything Zerdo's done.
Okay, that's fair.
All right.
I don't hate the list. I do not hate the list at all. I think it's a very good list.
Putting in work. Bro, the dude came to 200 and immediately unified.
You guys see a guy that's on the list that can easily be there by the end of the year? That you're like, this is the guy he's gonna pop out on this list.
Yes.
Who?
Sebastian Fedora.
Okay. Another guy you could probably think too is Virgil Ortiz.
No.
Another
Virgil
guy that
Ortiz, we might not see him this year.
Well, we'll see. But if he gets fights, you could see him being on this list.
No. Who is he going to fight? I don't think he's fighting Boost this year, so no.
If he could get Zayas, who's on the list.
I don't think he's getting Zayas this year. The answer is no. I think Zayas is probably going to fight the winner of Fedora versus Thurman.
That'd be great.
From Basquiat in the comments, he said Keyshawn Davis. Could you see Keyshawn Davis cracking the top 10?
No. Who's he going to fight?
Well, that's the thing. To me, you're being. To me, there's fights out there possible for that would be very interesting fights. I mean, yeah, I think there's a chance.
And before we move on to quick hits, I do also want to bring this question from Sibi. With Shakur being number 2, is there anything he can do to jump past Inoue, even if Inoue beats Junto?
This year?
I'm guessing
let's say this year, since he didn't specify.
I'll tell you. Ryan and Tank or Devin Haney.
Okay, those are great wins. Does
No,
that
no,
pass
listen to what I'm
Inoue though?
saying. Listen to what I'm saying. A combination of Ryan and Tank.
Okay, and Haney.
No, listen to what I'm
or
saying.
Devin Haney.
Or Devin Haney. Meaning, if he fights Devin
Yeah.
Haney and beats Devin Haney, he's number one. If he fights Ryan Garcia and Tank and beats them, he's number one.
Yeah.
Either or.
I guess it's just like Inoue's put in so much work that I feel like and
What
then he's
have
gonna
you done for me lately?
no, I get you. So like what would you say your
Ooh,
cutoff
yeah.
is? Like the last three fights, last two fights, what's your cutoff to where it weighs the most value?
My pound for pound only goes 3 years back. Because this is not a Hall of Fame plaque. This is a
Gotcha.
living, breathing document.
Gotcha. Okay. Okay. I don't hate it. I don't hate it.
All right, moving on to quick hits here. Very short today. Former WBO featherweight champion Robeisy Ramirez has announced that he's a free agent after his contract with Top Rank has expired. Matt, where do you want to see him go, or do you care?
Zuffa. Go to Zuffa.
He's like Zorro. Go to the Z.
All right. Gracia Novas Mateo has defeated Brooklyn Barwick via unanimous decision. Did the judges get it right?
Ezra?
You gonna answer
scored the
that, Matt?
fight.
Because I'll tell you.
Ezra, what did you score the fight? You were scoring it for the website.
What was the lady's name again? I want to make sure I pronounce it right.
Gracia Novas Mateo.
Yeah, she won 5-1. She won 5-1, 5 rounds to 1. It was clear as day. She won. The judges got it right. Wasn't any funny business. Well, maybe some judges had it kind of close. Maybe there was a little bit of funny business, but they got it right. What do you think, Matt?
Matt, did you score the fight?
I did not.
What did your heart tell you? Let's say you didn't score a fight. What was the vibes?
I don't go based upon vibes.
As Max Kellerman would say, who won the story of the fight?
Well,
who would you rather have been in the fight?
Well, here's what I'll say. Only one person was dancing bachata at the end of the fight.
That's true. That is true.
And now it's time we turn it over to the Brunch Boxing listeners. If there's any questions, feel free to request a mic if you're on a Twitter.
What's on your minds, guys? I gotta say, hey, Basquiat NYC, you're so stupid. Put his comment up there. Please put his comment up there. He's so
don't talk about Basquiat that way. I don't want to talk about Basquiat that way.
The list, about the list with Zerto. He's so stupid. Let me tell you why he's so stupid. No, not that. Not
this
that,
one.
not that. Yeah. Bro, all I did was read who the person is. Him being a champion at 168 don't have nothing to do with him being on the list.
To be fair,
I told you why he's on the list. Because since he came to cruiserweight, Joe Smith, Austin Gouliarian, Chris Billups-Smith, Union Donicos, you dummy.
Don't talk about Basquiat that way.
No, because he's an idiot, bro.
He's a loyal listener, and I have to deal with the dumb people that agree with you all the damn time.
Like, he's so simple-minded, bro.
All right. I don't know if you guys saw, but we did have someone join the chat, host of the Sunday Morning Sermon, host of the RNS podcast, TY. Welcome to the show.
What's up, fellas? What's up, fellas? How y'all doing?
What up, Ty?
Now, listen, and these RNS jokes, we have an episode tomorrow night on Sunday, and we have an episode next Sunday. So we're about to be consistent. You're going to see.
I hope so, Ty. I will join.
What's up with the hat? The SpongeBob hat? What you, Mr. Krabs?
It's pretty fresh, right? It don't look bad. That's why I keep telling you. Like the more and more I see it, I'm like, it kind of flows into my head pretty nicely. This ain't bad.
What Matt crying about today?
Everything.
I'm not crying about anything.
Whining all day. You've been whining all week, man. I'm sick and tired of it.
Listen, I just dropped my new pound for pound list, and I think it's the best pound for pound list in boxing.
Matt, so here go, Matt. Listen, I just got it 2 minutes ago. I didn't hear none of the show. So let me hear your list real quick, if I can. Let me hear your list.
All right. Here's my pound for pound list. Number 10, Xander Zayas. Number 9, Zerto Ramirez. Number 8, Oscar Collazo. Number 7, Junto Nakatani. Number 6, Jerron Boots Ennis. Number 5, Lord Devin Haney. Number 4, David Benavidez. Number 3, Bam Rodriguez. Number 2, Shakur Stevenson, and number one, Naira Inoue.
It's you want my true first reaction?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's hear it.
Is refreshing.
That's a good way to put it. That's a good way to.
And I like the new names. I like it. I like the new faces. But I have one question, Matt. Can you
Uh
be
huh.
honest with me?
Yep.
Is Zerto there all of a sudden because he fighting Benavidez and Benavidez your guy? So you wanted him to be the pound for pound guy?
Wow.
Because
Zerto is here
I never seen Zerto on nobody pound for pound list. That's
because
all I'm
because
saying.
because you know why you haven't seen it? Because people not respecting the work that Zerto is doing. Zerto went. So look at it this way: Ja Opataya has been at cruiserweight his entire career, never unified. Zerto Ramirez moves up to cruiserweight, and within 2 years, he collects two belts off the champions, unifies in just 2 years. You don't think that that deserves merit?
No, listen, Matt. I didn't say he deserved to be on the list. I'll ask the question because it was just refreshing. Like I said, I like the I like the Xander Zayas pick. I love that's the best guy. Not the best guy you name, but I love that pick right there.
Let me ask you a question. Xander Zayas is on the list for the same reason Zerto's on the list, and you didn't question that.
No, Xander Zayas. Xander Zayas. No, I put
Xander Zayas wet and unified.
no. I know he got his belts, and I know Zero got his belts. But I asked you, 'cause I know you're a big Benavidez guy, so I was asking you put him on us because of Benavidez. That's why I asked you.
Nah,
There
nah,
are
nah, nah.
always alternative motives with Matt, so you got to make
That's what
sure
I
you
asked
cover
you.
all your bases. Yeah, I'm with you on that.
All I
Okay,
know
okay. I
is
like it though.
went
Good
up
list.
to my man went up to cruiserweight and unified.
And the thing is too is that what I love about it is that when people say like, "Well, what does Ezra know about boxing?" Well, give me another guy hosting these shows, right? That just sparred a pound for pound number 9 guy. Just tell you tell me, you tell me. Who give me another guy who sparred pound for pound number 9? I don't see anyone else doing it. I don't see
Hey,
King doing it. I don't see Coppinger doing it. I don't see any
man,
of these guys doing it.
I got a question, Matt. I see you ain't got my man Viterbi on the list, and I see you don't have Bivol. Now I know
Inactive.
why Bivol. No, listen. I know why Bivol on the list. Why does Viterbi get the little? Why is he off the list? Because the guy stiffed him on the fight.
Hey, and you know what? That's unfortunate.
You understand what I'm saying,
That's
Get
Matt? He
unfortunate.
stiffed him, so
get
he off the list. But he ain't do nothing
Unfortunate
wrong.
situation, Ty.
get
Unfortunate
That's
your hey
unfortunate.
situation.
Ty. You got to get your business straight. You got to
That's
make sure
how
you got your
it is.
business straight.
No. I get it, fellas. I get it, fellas. I'm just saying. He listen. He gave him a rematch within a year. He was a noble guy.
You gotta
Yeah.
get your business. You gotta get your business right.
I also want to introduce host of the Boxing Source, J.R. Bell, to the show. Welcome. What do you got to say, JBZ?
First off, I'm offended by Mr. Matt calling people that are listening idiots
I
for
agree.
not agreeing with his
Yeah, yeah. I
pound for
listen.
pound list.
I listen. I told you
Listen,
guys last week. I don't want any more idiots listening to the show. I would rather not have one viewer than to have 50 idiots. I
oh
don't want no
But
more
man,
idiots.
but
No more
but Matt,
idiots.
you don't want to teach the people, Matt. You don't get people get
no,
knowledge. You don't want to teach the people.
They don't deserve it, bro.
oh my God. Oh my God. Well, that's number one. Second, as it was mentioned in the chat, Ezra having that hat on is almost as ridiculous as a certain person that has a piece of food that I will not mention on the top of his head. Okay, that's absolutely ridiculous. All right, I don't understand it. He looks like the guy that was on the introduction to SpongeBob SquarePants or something like that. Man, you got
Exactly.
like, come on, man.
Oh,
We gotta do something about that.
No,
hey
what he
Matt,
looks like
Okay.
is a jackass.
what's the name on your list, Matt? Did he make
Hold
the
up.
cutoff list?
Who?
My guy, 126, the
10.
tall guy, 126.
No,
Oh
no
no, he
126
ain't put
pounder.
no,
So
he ain't
No.
put
so
no, no
let me
126.
tell
He
you.
has.
I said not one fighter from 126 will make my pound for pound list until they decide to unify in that division. I'm
Hmm.
sick of it.
Okay.
This is my
Yeah.
enough of this shit pound for
I
pound.
think I
Oh,
think the
okay. Hey,
guy.
That's
so
a
so nobody at 126, nobody at 130, definitely nobody at
Whoa,
160
whoa,
because
whoa,
none of
whoa.
them were
130.
wait.
Hold on.
Well,
Sugar Nunez and Navarrete fighting today, buddy.
Yeah,
so that's a possibility. Finally,
but
someone
I think
unifies.
I think Oshaki should be over Zerto. My personal opinion.
Matt,
I like Shock.
say if
I
Shushu
Mhm.
like
beat anyway, Matt.
I love Shock, right?
You hear
Mhm.
me, Matt?
But
Say
Shock
anyway, move
took
up
a
and fight
L.
Shushu and he won.
Huh?
I said, say anyway, move up and fight Shushu, and Shushu beat anyway, but he don't unify the
I mean, you
titles.
listen. If you be anyway, you shooting up the list.
I
Oh
got
man,
you.
you should be running the top. You could
Wait,
be like top five,
what
something
were you
like. Come
saying?
on, man.
What were you saying about Oshaki?
He took a L.
What do you don't no? Don't give me that crap. Don't give me that. Don't give me that.
He
Don't
ain't
give me
lose
that.
that fight,
Controversial. He
Matt.
should have.
You
He
was
ain't lose
you
it.
was there, Matt. You
Listen.
was there, Matt.
You
No,
were
no, no.
awake.
Here's the thing.
Don't give me that.
I don't think he lost the fight, but I will say I didn't get to score it because I fell asleep.
No, man. Don't give me that. That's like saying Pernell lost to Chavez, man. Like, come on, when are you doing that?
No, it's not that
uh,
egregious. It's not that egregious. You went
It
too a
was
little
that
bit too far.
egregious. It was
It
that
wasn't that egregious.
egregious.
It wasn't that
It was
egregious.
that
yeah,
Stop it.
egregious.
yeah, it
And
was.
here's the thing. Here's the thing, Ezra. If I'm and correct me if I'm wrong, I kind of feel like you said that you scored the rematch for Conceição, if I'm not mistaken.
No. I just said it was maybe a closer fight this time around, but no, hell no.
Okay, just checking.
Mm.
And Matt, I'm not going to lie, Matt.
Now,
I get real quick, BZ, you can go. I was gonna tell you what Matt. I give you shit. I said you was biased with your list, but Matt, I like your list, man. It's refreshing. I like the
I
list, man.
appreciate it.
I really like the list.
I appreciate it. And you know what? I love the Zerto slander too. Because when people start looking at the work Zerto doing, they're gonna
No,
feel
Matt.
real
It
stupid.
wasn't slander. I'll ask you a
well,
question. It wasn't slander. I wasn't
yeah.
slander to deny. I was asking because here we go, Matt. I know for a fact he wasn't on your pound for pound list like a couple months ago because I remember your pound for pound list. So that's what I'm saying. It's like he
Yeah,
came out of
but
nowhere, Matt.
I
It's
had
like
to
he
kick
came
a
out of
lot of guys
nowhere.
off. I had to kick
Now,
a lot of
yeah.
guys off.
Okay, that's fair. My bad, BZ.
And you know what? Listen, but Turbiev, you should be on my pound for pound list. But that son of a bitch, Bivol screwed you over. I mean, I'm sorry, bro.
Listen, yeah, hey, listen, that's understandable. That's completely understandable because like the criteria of like any pound for pound list is like if you haven't been able to fight for a year and you don't really have any fight scheduled, you should be off the list. That's why like even with what I had for the my last pound for pound, one, I had to remove Tank Davis off the list, and then two, going for the next pound for pound,
He
I
was
may
he
have
was
to
still
end
on
up
he was still on
removing.
your list. He was still on your list.
It was like a while ago though. This was
Oh, I'm
like
about to say, BZ. I
probably
thought it was
about
like
like
last month or something.
no, not last month. No.
I made an
But
ass. Oh my god.
like having a Bivol and Baturbiev and even like Canelo on the list, it's like, come on, man, these guys fight once a year. You know what I mean? So you got to like have them off the list. So with that being said, that's why you can have someone like a Zerto on the list. Now, the Zayas pick, I'm shocked about that one. I am
Why?
shocked about that
Why?
because of the level of competition that he's faced. Okay, one, he won his first title that was a vacant title. Two, the other guy that he fought, that was his first defense, just like Zayas' first defense. My thing is, at 154, I don't even have him as a top rated fighter at 154.
Oh wow. I mean, you don't have them as what, like your top
Well,
three?
who do
Who
you?
is? Who
No,
is?
Okay,
Who
okay,
is?
BZ. Let me ask a question. Who do you have above him at 154?
Fundora.
That's it?
Okay, that's it.
Hmm.
Okay,
Okay,
that's fine.
that's a fair
Fine.
list.
Yeah, that's a fair list.
Hey,
He's done
listen.
more work at 154.
But
Yeah, exactly.
I personally think Fedora is better than Zayas, but
he got put down. He got put out.
one of those guys unified, right? Fedora decided to drop his other belt instead of fighting Zayas.
Yeah.
We
Hey,
could have found out the answer right away, but one guy didn't want to make the fight. Now you say it's the level
one
of
guy.
opposition. You say it's the level of opposition. Would you feel differently about Zen Zayas if he beat Charles Conwell?
mm. Oh, good question. What
Uh,
when? Because
last year.
okay, so are you going off of with Zayas beating Jorge
Correct.
Garcia?
No, no.
Okay.
I'm
Mm,
going off of Zayas beating Charles Conwell for the vacant instead of Jorge Garcia.
Man, I
Jorge
don't
Garcia
know.
Perez.
Because here's the thing, right? A lot of people are upset that he fought Jorge Garcia. It's not
Well,
Xanazi's
that's
fault
not. Yeah,
that
it's
Charles
not his
Conwell
fault.
lost to him.
That's not. Yeah, that's not his fault, and it's not Fendora's fault, but because he's the one that chose for the Tim Tszyu rematch. I mean, that's just he just felt like that was more money for him, so he could have had
Yeah.
Fendora versus Diaz, but hey,
All right.
money
But
Then you
but
know
talks.
what?
but
I gotta dock him on it. I
Okay,
have to.
so
I'm sorry. It's the way it
but
goes.
Beezy,
Mhm.
you said something too, Beezy. I don't think that's like a all vacant belts ain't built the same. That wasn't a vacant because of a you know what I mean? Because a guy moved up in four vacants. Pandora ain't went to fight. That's why it was vacant. Then the guy we like in Charles Conwell lost to a guy that some people don't know about. So then he got the fight. So you can't downplay my man because them dudes can take care of their business.
Exactly. It was a vacant
I, I'm.
belt
Hey, listen.
because the
I'm just
champion didn't want
saying.
to fight him. The
Yeah,
champion
but
said
I'm just
no.
saying. All I'm saying is, I just feel like Fedora is the higher rated fighter than Xander Zayas is, and that's why I
Nah,
put him
Fedora
higher.
gave that up. I'm sorry. He gave that up.
Oh, cool.
Hey, Beasley,
Hey, wait, 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 wait.
Say he beat
Matt,
Josh
Matt.
Kelly, Beasley. Say he beat Josh Kelly.
Wait,
Then he over Fedora.
no. I was gonna say, to Matt, what if Fedora beats Keith Thurman? Then what? Then what?
Then we could
Uh,
talk.
I don't know if
Well, he
that's
beat the
Now,
gonna
old welter.
happen.
He beat the
I
old
don't know if that's
welterweight.
gonna happen.
oh,
Wow.
I see
He's
both.
supposed to do
I
that.
can see
I
both.
Oh,
don't even know if that's gonna happen, Ty.
hold on.
Beasley,
oh,
We got
he talking on credit for me.
we
My
got a
bad, man. Go ahead.
question from Coda Kid. He want to know will we get an updated pound for pound list for each quarter. Listen, I don't update my pound for pounds arbitrarily. Okay, it's not going to be some quota. My pound for pound will get updated as one of the fighters have a fight, and if there's
mm-hmm.
some movement, or if someone bursts into the top 10, I will update it.
Mm.
So it depends on the bullshit boxing politics. If they fighting, you will see an update. You might see if we get a great fight every week, you might see an update every week. If we go the whole year without seeing a great fight, you're not gonna see it. Now
say
what I will
no.
say,
I update my pound
is
for pound list quarterly.
you might get another update tonight, depending on what happens with Sugar Nunez and Emmanuel Navarrete, how that fight goes. You're definitely going to get an update in May when Inoue fights Nakatani. It just depends on the boxing schedule.
and Benavidez versus Zerto.
Yeah,
Matt,
exactly.
Um,
Matt, we have your pound
the
for pound
boxing
list.
source.
Who's the best fighter in the world,
Best fighter in the world, Shakur Stevenson.
though? Okay.
Ooh. Um, I suggest, like, if possible, update the pound for pound list every month, if possible. I try to do that.
Nah, nah.
Nah, man.
I try to
It's
do
still
mine
anyway.
quarterly.
It's still anyway, man. It's still anyway.
I think it's still anyway, but if you want to
It's
see
Inoue
still
it
is
anyway.
before,
the number
I
one
can.
pound for pound fighter. But when you tell me best fighter, I'm looking at my eyes. What I see is Shakur Stevenson.
Is
I get
is
it.
is in your guys' conversation, and I
I
have a
mean, hold
feeling I
on.
know the
I've been
answer.
saying that for years, though. I've been saying that same
Is
thing for years.
is
The best
Bam
fighter, always
Rodriguez? Is Bam Rodriguez in the conversation?
For me,
No,
he
yes,
is.
no,
Oh
no,
no,
man,
For
Come
me, he
no,
is.
I'm telling you,
no,
it's
Come
getting to a
no,
on,
point.
he is.
It's getting
no,
under. He's getting
no.
underrated at this point. He's getting underrated at this
No,
point.
it's not.
how is he
Down right now,
underrated?
it's
He's
reaching
number
that
three
point.
pound for pound.
Jeremiah Love ran a 4.37.
Look
That's
at his
wild.
defense. Look at his defensive stats. Look at his offensive
He's from
stats.
Notre Dame, though.
He's one of the highest level guys in the sport. I'm okay with Shakur Stevenson being in that conversation. He definitely is. So, of course, in ways in that conversation. We got to start talking Bam too.
We don't. And it's hard to take you seriously with that dumbass hat on, by the way.
Well, you know what the
No, you're
hat's
lying,
saying.
Ezra.
I
You know
Ezra,
what your
you're
told you
hat's
about
lying.
saying.
that damn hat.
No, you lying, Ezra. We've been talking Bam. It's just now one guy retired and Shakur came up. So Bam been high on the list. So don't
Yeah,
say
he
we ain't
has.
talking Bam.
But now,
Don't say
but
we.
now I
So we
feel like.
ain't nobody trying to downplay Bam. Maybe a guy past Bam.
Well, that's fine,
Well,
Brett. We could say that, Brett.
See,
You
that
could say
maybe a
that.
here's
guy
now
past Bam.
here's
I have once again. I have no
okay.
problem having. I have no problem. I don't think. Here's the one thing. I don't think the Shakur Teofimo fight proved that Shakur is the best fight in the world. I think that the Cepeda fight will prove a lot more for Shakur than the Teo fight did. But I'm just saying that Bam
It
to me
did.
To me at this point is in the conversation with those guys. He's doing everything that those guys are doing too. Same thing. He's just as dominant.
All
He's
right,
getting touched just as.
here we go,
It's
Ezra. Ezra, this is what I'm explaining to
it's
you, Ezra. Remember back in the day in baseball, you had remember the home run race, and you had like
Yes,
Mark McGuire, and you had
Sammy
Sammy
Sosa.
Sosa's.
Yes.
Bam is like Ken Griffey Jr. He like at the distant third on the screen. He'd be like all the way in the bottom on
Well, then,
ESPN.
are you
He get
All
saying
right,
like
that? He,
7% of the
well,
vote.
I think.
let me tell you the guys
Hold
who I
on.
think have an argument for best fighter in the world. Okay, this is just by my eye test. Naira Inoue,
Agree.
Shakur Stevenson,
Okay.
Jaron Ennis, and David Benavidez.
you don't even have Bam on the list.
Mm,
Oh yeah, I would put Bam on the list there
yeah, Bam. I would put
with
Bam on
those
the
names.
list, but I
I'm good.
understand Matt's approach, given that over the past what I'd say year and a half or so, that one fight should have happened with Bam and Junto and never necessarily
Listen,
happened. I think that's
I'm
one of
just
the
telling you
things
what
with
my
that.
eyes
Yeah.
see.
Okay, well here's
I'm just
another
telling you
thing.
what my eyes see.
Here's another thing I want to say. The Zerto fight is going to tell me a lot about Benavidez. If Benavidez wins the Zerto fight like easily, if he wins it clearly, to me, then 100% he's in that conversation. And if the weight's not going to be an issue like that, and he's going to be a guy that can run through weights like this, then we got to have a conversation about Benavidez.
Oh man,
Another guy we're not talking about, and I think I know that people say, "Oh, we don't count that, whatever," but I feel like you guys are kind of counting it against him. Devin Haney. Devin Haney's not in the conversation of being one of the best fighters in the world, or
No,
being the best fighter in the world.
he got Ryan Garcia to handle.
Well, but wait. But I'm constantly told that fight doesn't count. Let that go. That was steroids and all
You
that.
never heard me
So
say
it
that.
doesn't count on it
Ezra,
doesn't count on his record, but we still saw
hold
the
on. Wait,
vulnerability in the ring.
Ezra. Have you ever heard me say that fight doesn't count? He doesn't. You
So
never
what's
heard
your
me say
stance
that.
on that fight? I just want to make it clear. What's your stance on that fight?
My stance is they got to run it back,
All right.
Yo, and I'm a Haney guy, Ezra.
and I've
He
been
got to
saying
get
that.
hey,
he got
they
to get
gotta run it
redemption.
back like
He has to get redemption, Ezra. And I'm a
Yeah, he
Haney
got to run
guy.
it back.
Okay.
hey,
So
listen.
that's it. Every time we have a conversation, we say, "Well, that doesn't count."
You've never heard me say that, Ezra. What are you talking
I don't know if
about?
that's true. I don't know if that's true. I don't know if that's true.
Ezra, who are you
They
talking
gotta
But I
about?
think,
mm,
listen, I think here's the thing is, I think that might be a bad matchup for Haney, but I think Haney probably beats a lot of pretty much everyone else. Besides, look, I would favor Shakur in a Haney fight. I would favor Shakur in that fight. But if let's say Haney Boots gets in, I don't know who wins that fight. I'm gonna tell you right now.
What?
I don't know if Haney Boots wins. I don't know who wins that fight.
Boots wins.
I'm telling you right now. I don't know.
I would like to see it.
I would like to see it too, but I doubt that it's going to happen.
But not having Bam as one of the best fighters in the world, I just think that's crazy. But it's all right.
I'm just listen. I'm just telling you what my eyes see. I'm just telling you what my eyes see.
Our guy Gritty says anyway, Boots and Benavidez are the best fighters, and Shakur is the best boxer.
So
I don't like
basically,
that.
so Gritty has my exact same list. Thank you.
I don't like that separation. It's the same thing.
He's also picking Boots
They
to
all get in
stop
the ring and
Haney.
fight. Might not go the way you guys think it's gonna go. I'm just gonna tell you right now.
All right, we're at about 2 hours here. Ty, tell the people where they can find you and what they have to look forward to before we head out on the show today. Oh, Ty left before you could do that. Check out the Sunday morning sermon. Follow them at Keep It 100 Boxing. Follow the RNS podcast on Twitter. Jay Beasy, tell the people what they have to look forward to for this weekend and where they can find all your material.
All the content is through the Boxing Source on social media. We got like a lot of interviews that have been posted up. We did have Edward Kid Vasquez. That was some time back. He did win by stoppage last night. We do have Trini Ochoa that's going to be on the DAZN card. That's on there. And from last month, we have Elijah Pierce, the interview with Elijah Pierce. So a lot of content for y'all to look at there on the Boxing Source YouTube page. And I will have more updates on the trading cards next week.
I'm looking forward to that update.
So,
Ezra, what are you going to have for the people later tonight, this weekend, early next week, and where are they going to be able to find it?
As soon as this show ends, you will go to the Brunch Box Twitter site. You're gonna see type of fight that tonight is. I'm gonna give you my number type of fight. Matt says it's 80. Was it 70-30, 80-20? Somewhere in that number for Navarrete. You're gonna see how I have the fight tonight. You know what? The weekend rundown will return this week. It will return this week, and maybe I'll even catch us up on the ones we missed. And I'm very excited. We got good stuff. I hope another midweek show. I love the midweek show. Guys, got to tune into the midweek show. The midweek show is it's a very loose show. You never know. It could get off the rails, but it could get you to a deep dive that you've never seen before. Like we just offered with the Zuffa whole roster. It's unpredictable. You never know who's going to join. You never know where the conversation is going to go. You got to watch the midweek show.
Matt, tell the people what you have for them to look forward to and close us out the show.
Black History Month. Go on the website. Enjoy the articles. 28 fighters in 28 days. Today is the last day of Black History Month. You're gonna see every article that I've been working on the whole month. We did Will Grigsby. We just dropped. We just dropped Ernie Shavers, Ronnie Lau,
Mm,
a lot of different Cleveland Williams, a lot of
oh,
different
good one.
black fighters. Go check it out, please, and thank
Hey,
you.
real quick, Matt. Also, Coach Barry Hunter have the 2-part interview with Coach Barry Hunter on the channel. Please check that
Nice,
one out.
nice, 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 nice.
Huey, let's try this out. Before you end it, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my hat. I'm going to throw it at the screen. Let's see if I can time it exactly when it blacks out from the hat landing on the screen. And then you end it. Are you ready?
I don't think you're going to be able to do that because it's a delay from when it hits the play outro and end stream. Matt,
Yeah, and anyway.
3,
Before
2,
before you do that,
1.
Huey, hit my music. Word on the street is that Zuffa Boxing is very interested in setting up Efe Jagba versus Philip Hergovich for the Zuffa heavyweight title. That's the word on the street. Now, why is that interesting? Because Philip Hergovich is not yet signed with Zuffa. So be on the lookout for maybe Philip Hergovich going to Zuffa. That's all. This has been another edition of Brunch Boxing. He is our COO, the Mexican Al Heyman Mike. He was our super producer, the master marionette, Huey P. I don't know who the pirate jackass is.
Are you still talking?
I am Matt. We are Brunch Boxing, and we are out.